like given the time.
And
And
we are live.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How are all of you?
Cool.
Excited for tonight.
Ready to
Well, except for
go
this game too, but
shopping.
Oh yeah, because you guys are in
Yeah.
town. You could maybe finally do a shopping episode in. Ever since you left the first town, you guys haven't done any shopping whatsoever. I completely
Withered
forgot
Bark.
about that. But
It's
then
either been
again,
scrounging or scavenging or
angels
SOL.
giving you free stuff. I mean,
and then angels getting blown up and good stuff is gone.
I mean, Siren did a little bit of shopping in one of those towns along the way, but not much. Just
Nothing.
more of a
So,
food shopping. Mostly.
That was where we got the worm mistake, right?
Yeah, worm steak.
mhm.
that's going to be interesting as you guys have now gotten to the town of Witherbark, one of the first settlements outside of the border wall set up by the Blood Hunters Guild. Coming south beyond the wall, you've realized that pretty much everything you've been told so far about the land beyond the borders of your desert has been an outright lie. While there are pockets of corruption and there are mutated creatures and the like wandering about, there is also a very lush and beautiful world down south. You are currently in an area that is full of a rolling grass plain. You've come to a town that is very well established to the point to where it has its own form of government. It has its own mayor, who is a little puffin folk. You met the leader of the Witherbark Guard, who trying to remember. Oh yeah, he was a centaur, but with the
Zebra.
markings of a zebra. And you came in after encountering some very strange mutated beetles that were seemingly harvesting choice parts from people. You made it into the town of Witherbark. You went to the quartermaster to get a bit of a reward for your services rendered by killing these creatures. And then afterward, you were left to your own devices, as to say, as your new friend, Dusk, a changeling you met out on the fields, is now pretty much vouching for all of you that you will be good and honest citizens and not set the town on fire.
She never said that. She would set the town on fire. Accidentally, though. Accidentally. It has happened.
You know,
It
it's
has.
kind of strange you say that because I almost burned down my house with my oven just now. Forgot to hit the cancel button.
Oopsie.
Got it.
I've done that.
But as we pick up, you are now standing like right inside the walls of Witherbark. A very impressive looking town, maybe even a city laying before you. Various homes and buildings seem to be built interconnected with one another, unlike your home, which had very structured rings of settlements and commerce and everything here seems to be intertwined with one another. Various apartments mixed in with shops. Some shops even have housing apartments above them. Various homes that seem to just be stuck in between other places of commerce and various store buildings. You can tell that just by looking at it, Witherbark was built upon the remnants of an earlier town, as some of the older remnants of the town itself are still visible. Very old looking statues seem to be sprouting out of the ground here and there, not in their best condition, broken a bit, but almost seemingly and intentionally left there as a reminder of what came before.
So you guys need the bank, right?
I think they said the smithy to exchange.
Oh, the smithy. That's right.
Yeah.
Let's head over there first before we get you guys settled. Because you need something to pay for rooms and other things with.
Yeah, wouldn't want to go around flaunting.
I mean, you
bad
guys
money.
could stay in my apartment, but it's fairly small, and I don't know if you want to cram in there.
Strangely enough, some of us actually like to sleep outside, but I don't think that's really allowed.
I mean, you can. It's not exactly
Not exactly
liked.
It's kind of frowned upon.
that. Yeah.
Just-
All right. Anyway, yeah, we should definitely get some exchange done. Nix, I know, especially needs to do some exchanging.
Yeah, I know. I do believe Nix wanted to get to the Hunter's Hall quickly, so why don't we take her stuff with us and drop her off at the Hunter's Hall along the way?
Sounds like- All right.
So we'll drop Nix off at the Hunter's Hall. We'll collect anything she wants to give us to exchange for her, and then we'll hit the smithy.
Okay. Did Zorro contact any of you about?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I wanted to make sure. I wanted to
Yes.
make sure before we.
That's why we're specifically saying this, because she
Okay.
sent us notes.
Okay.
We're just taking her stuff.
No, we did that last time with the bike. It did not go well.
Because she
I
knew
mean,
you
we
took
all,
the bike.
we all lived.
True.
It went well enough.
Fair. It's just a ding.
The bike, on the other hand.
Just a ding.
Yeah, we kind of left that at the base of the mountains, didn't we? Because it couldn't ride
Yeah.
up
Did
the
it?
mountains.
I thought it could go
Yeah.
in the house.
Oh, it could go in the house,
Yeah,
but
it's in
you
the house.
can't.
Not
You
in
can't.
the house.
You can't leave it in the house when you take it out. Like the bike has
Yeah.
to come out every time.
Oh,
It's currently back in the
no.
mountains right now.
I'm sure her dad will find it.
Sure.
Well, it's technically
No, the other
it's
one.
technically at the moment at the hunter camp.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
So-
the
Oh, yeah,
they
safest
brought it up.
location right now, away from us.
That's fair.
But
Yeah.
you take
I'm still working on my driving.
you take Nyrix to the to this little makeshift building that has a couple strange various like bestial markings on the outside that looks like it has been just like haphazardly drawn in white paint. And as you're taken inside, it is most definitely just a very ramshackle building that is just there for, you see a couple like mismatched tables and chairs, what looks to be an attempt at a bar that was made, not the greatest sort of craftsmanship, but it works. You do see a couple kegs like stacked in a corner, though it doesn't seem like anybody else is in the area, is in here at the moment. But Nyrix takes a seat at the at one of the tables and begins going through her bags and collecting her thoughts as the rest of you head out.
Alrighty.
Alright, to the Smith, right?
Yep. By the way,
Yeah.
who runs the Smith?
Not entirely sure. I don't really use their services very often.
Oh, guess we learn together then.
You begin to get a feeling that Dusk is a bit of a known troublemaker in town. As you begin to like walk through the streets, everybody, like every once in a while, people are like giving her a side glance or muttering to themselves, but nobody is out and out saying it to her face. Either out of concern or out of respect, they just keep to themselves.
And she just looks like she's completely oblivious to it all. She probably hears it, but she doesn't care.
Can't help but hear it. Ow. These elf ears.
She'll lead you guys to the smithy. Kind of looking around in curiosity as we go in, because she doesn't really go in here either.
As you go into the smith, you can see that this particular building was, for the most part, renovated from the remnants of the previous town's smith. As you can see, some old woodwork combining into newer woodwork where the walls were braced up. Some of like the stone patching on the floor is a lot more fresh than other areas. Even the anvil that is tucked over in one of the corners of the smith itself is a very well-worn anvil. It's been there for quite some time. But as you go in, you can see that there is a small collective of individuals in there working the bellows and working the forges. A couple people working on a suit of armor, others making sure that the temper of a sword is okay to where it's not going to break in combat. And as you walk in, they all sort of just like look up and give you just a respectful nod as they go back to their work.
Just kind of waiting to see if any of them are willing to come to us. Don't want to completely interrupt them, but make ourselves known. So, like, if there's like an office area, she'll like wait by a door or something nearby. Maybe give it a knock, see if anyone answers.
There's no office door.
No, it's just walk up.
You're just in there, and you're standing like very awkwardly in the shop where all these smiths are pretty much just doing their jobs.
She'll just drop her own personal bag of 400 electrum on some flat surface.
Sorry. I'll stand next to her, like, hello? I turn to Dustin and I'm like,
So who here could do some exchange? We have some people from up north, and they have some money they need to exchange over for gold.
And like all at once, the individuals like around the forge and stuff just point over towards an individual just sitting in the corner, kind of feet kicked up on the desk. What looks to be like a newspaper flopped up in front of them as they're just reading.
Grab bag.
yep, head over there.
Is there another seat there, or is it just the one seat?
Just
table?
the one seat. It just looks like they grabbed a seat and just put it there and just picked their feet up on the desk.
I'm more knock on the desk as if it was a door.
They just fold the one of the corners of the paper down and look at you, and you can just see these like very tired looking yellow eyes. And what do all of you want? So it just folds up the paper and kind of just like tucks it underneath the desk as you can see now an elderly looking tabaxi gentleman.
Could use some gold. And
We all can use some gold.
We have Electrum to change for gold.
And as you say Electrum, you can just see like his face sink a little bit. Don't tell me, Northerners.
How
They
did you
are.
know?
Acquired some new friends.
All right.
Not necessarily by choice.
So you have Electrum.
And
Not the friendship. I didn't mean the friendship. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
we also have
Northerners.
peculiar gems, if you're interested.
Throw them out on the table.
Thunk, 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 thunk. The biggest one being the gems.
All right, so how much
About
electrum?
45.
How much electrum in total are you putting on? Are you
Oh,
looking to convert?
400 from myself, 800 from near it, and 45 gems worth 1,000 gold pieces each.
All right. So we have a conversion rate here because this metal isn't even worth the ore that it's forged from.
That figures.
The 4 to 1.
4 to 1. It's fair. It's 200 gold.
I mean, is that
No,
the
excuse me. 300 gold. Sorry.
is that the best you can do for them? 4 to 1. It seems a little low. It has to be worth a little more than that.
I was gonna say, can I do a perception check to see?
You can
if
do
he's
an you
trying
can
to give
do
us
an
the-
insight check if you're trying to see if he's trying to rip you off. That's the going rate for
No,
Electrum
man.
right now. Not
Mark
re-
order in that inside check.
not really much of a demand
I'll
for
do
it.
I will join in on that as well.
That was a natural one. I'm gonna put that dice off to the side. I don't know shit. I'm gonna be like,
know
oh,
everything.
It's wisdom, right?
yes.
Yes.
Whether or not you have proficiency, though, you gotta look at.
17. I'm proficient in perception, not in insight, sadly.
Callie is proficient in insight, and she got a 27.
Nice.
And Cal, you're a bit of a bureaucrat.
Yeah.
So it's not directly a means that he's trying to rip you off. You can tell that there is an honest lack of faith in the coin, as it doesn't really seem to have any sort of value beyond the border. But as you are travelers from the north and everything, they can't necessarily leave you high and dry, so they kind of try to balance the conversion rate a bit. And right now, even though he's disgusted at the sight of Electrum, 4 to 1 seems to be fair.
Could they just melt it down and use the metal?
That's the
If it's
point. That's the point.
Considered-
That's the
That's
point.
what it.
We just melt the coins down and we make silverware.
I think 4 to 1 is a decent conversion. I think our new friend here is doing us a little bit of a favor by even converting it for us. But I do wonder, since we all have some to convert, it would be a rather healthy amount. Maybe we could get like a little bit of a bonus for every 100 coins we convert or something.
You want a bonus for converting worthless coin?
Well, nothing is worthless.
Ugh.
Can I? Maybe you can like to reach it. Like maybe you can offer to cook for them, or we could do something to get some more gold.
Doing my own.
Turn it into wind
insight,
chimes and try to
what
sell the wind chimes.
What am I reading his tiredness as being from? Is it being from overworked, or is it just being?
He is a crotchety old man. Like he is just like just the look of him and everything. He is just done with everyone's shit. It's like it's obvious that he necessarily doesn't want to be here, but he needs to be.
Fair enough. All right.
Now,
That being said,
real quick though, I know you don't want to give us a bonus, but these coins, they may not be worth much as currency down here, but the metal itself, it's not entirely worthless. It does take to magical effects really, really well. Electrum is quite potent in that regard for like enchantment and stuff. We don't do that with it up north because that's against the law, but you don't have those laws down here, right?
As he kind of like looks at you very quizzical. You mean to tell me that you have an abundance of an ore that takes to magic like bees take to honey, and yet
In
it's illegal.
Oh yeah, because magic kills people, so we
it's-
don't do it.
it's-
So do swords.
You Northerners are more ass backwards than I've heard.
Indeed. Up north is rather. What's
We-
the word? Superstitious.
Seems to be that way.
We melt the metal down and we sell it where we can. Most of it is used again for things like silverware.
Right. Well,
There's not much of a call for it here in this town. A little farther south maybe, but here it's a metal. And right
I
now
don't know.
going rate is 4-1.
4-1. That's
If
fair.
if you don't like it, you can take it up with the mayor and the communal board. I just do what I'm told.
Understandable.
Now, and so yeah, so for every four electrum, he'll give you 1 gold.
Okay, so that'll be 300 right there. 300 gold. 200 for Nyrix.
Now these gems, on the other hand,
Yes.
these look quality.
Hmm.
And
They're
how many
from
gems
a-
do you have here?
45.
45.
They belong to one of our hunter friends.
Ah, one of them.
Yes.
Well, they do good for the town, so we can give them the hunter rate.
Hmm.
Starts like going through the gems and like looking at all of them, pulling out like an ocular and setting a couple aside. 45. These are some decent gems here. Tell you right now, I can't take them all off your hands. Don't have that
Whatever
much in the
you're-
back. What I
Whatever you're
can
most
do,
comfortable with.
what I can do here is I will take, and he just takes 3 gems. I could take these 3 here. Processing and everything. I give you about 750 each for these.
Deal. So that's 2250, 2550 total.
He goes,
That's a very good.
he goes, now I can't take the rest off your hands because we don't have that much in the back. But
Understood.
there still may be people in town looking to barter with these gems, especially if you come across any of them fancy magic users or the such. They do tend to have an eye for the shinies.
Hmm.
Seems like we would do better with the gems than the electrum, which
Yes,
Fair.
gems are precious. Electrum is useless.
yeah.
Seriously, wizards, get rid of Electrum as a currency. It doesn't need to exist.
It should have just stayed as an ore and crafting material and never be made into currency.
Great crafting material. Shit currency.
Is that true that it takes magic really well as a metal?
She will. She
Yeah.
will flip out a coin and cast.
It is a better conduit.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it's used for. It is a conduit for enchanting and other magical crafting. It's never really the main material used in anything.
Okay.
It's,
So it's
like
still
having.
ca-
You
Still
add
not
decorations in Electrum
Yeah.
so it takes to the magic well.
Yeah, it's a
It's like-
conductor.
Yeah,
It's like if a wizard had a staff that they cast from the staff, it would be much better at it.
Than paying for a meal.
yeah. You'd
Yes.
use it for like coating things and doing inlays on stuff. But you'd never use it as like the core material in something.
Too soft.
Got it.
Your staff would still be steel. It's like using stainless steel. It bends too easily. Or not stainless steel. Oh god,
I mean, close.
sterling silver. It bends too easy if you
Yeah.
put it on like a ring.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, I
Yes.
was thinking about giving some electrum and everything, but if there's not enough money, then
Oh no. It's just he doesn't have enough money to like buy a ton of gems. Like you can
Okay.
you can convert your electrum just fine because again it's 4 to 1. It's like these gems like at a like they are normally 1,000 gold each, and you have 45 of them. He doesn't he's not necessarily sitting on 45,000 gold at the moment, so
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
that's fine. That was an important question.
I'll exchange 700 electrum for 175 gold.
Okay.
Let me go and update my character sheet as well.
I will exchange 1,000 electrum for
Nice.
250. Yeah, I have 2996 electrum, so.
Good lord.
Yeah, I don't know how I ended up with all this super
Because-
amount of money.
Barbarian doesn't need to spend a lot of money on things.
Yeah.
To be fair, like none of you have needed to spend money on a lot of things.
We had someone that could just make water for our town and then just be like, "Hey, can we have stuff? We'll make water for you
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
in the desert."
When druids become, you know, the vending machine of the desert, you know, it's like mages in WoW. You are the group vending machine. Here's your water. Here's your muffins.
Yep.
Now go commit crime. All right.
Sometimes they win it too.
As we're there, do I get to learn this gentleman's name?
If you ask.
Thank you for doing this for us. We do appreciate it. What was? You never said your name, and I would be remiss to not ask it.
I never did say my name, but then again, you never asked until now. You can call me Tin.
Tin. It's a pleasure meeting you. I am Reju, and I hope to do business again.
If you do, don't bring in any more of those gems for quite some time.
Oh, no,
I wasn't kidding. We don't have that much gold.
That's fair, but I do like to trade weapons, so.
Well, if you're gonna look into trade weapons, you're gonna want to go to the market.
Oh, the market's better.
Here, all we do is currency exchanges for other items for currency, and taking orders to create suits of armor, weapons, such and that such. If you're looking to do any sort of trade, take it down to the market, and you can do your bartering there.
At the thought of a new weapon, I'm like,
That is useful information. Thank you. Think we're all in order?
I think while they're doing the exchange, Dusk got bored and now she's just wandering around the smithy, looking at everything all curiously.
And as you're walking around, you can just see various people working together, like very professionally forging the tools and the weapons and the armor and everything, just very, very much working in unison as like they were automated themselves.
Well, they did.
I mean,
they
'cause
did
they
all
all
look
pointed.
up at one time, That
and they
was
all
the one
pointed,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
We're just
Tin-
used to it.
And Tin shakes his head. He's like, no, not a hive mind. They're just very well in tune with one another.
Nice.
It does make work go by a little bit easier, I suppose. Knowing what everyone's doing. Yeah. Thank you for your time. And she will start walking out with oodles and doodles.
Well, you're given like a bag big enough to hold your money. Like it's not just he throws like 100 coins on the table and says, you know, gather it yourself. But no, they are like sorted into like bags for currency value.
And I really wish Snit was here right now. Just kind of like trying to get it all like put up in her monk robes pockets.
So is there anywhere in particular you guys want to go next?
Well,
Food.
Rooms, food, drinks, market.
food.
I wouldn't mind getting some new clothes.
The market.
Yeah, you guys do look like
we're
a bit
level
worn.
10. It's glow up time.
Yeah, it is
Says-
time for the glow up.
Says the person that can literally change their clothes and taps her vestments, and they switch into that superhero cape form.
Okay, Homelander.
It's a shopping. It's a
Just kinda-
shopping.
I
episode, but also
I just look at
makeover.
Kat like, I mean, make it how you want.
I mean, we could also find a hairdresser. You guys look.
Yeah, you
get a haircut
guys,
too.
like as you're looking around at everybody like walking through the town, you stand out like a sore thumb because everybody here is like dressed for like a very calm like fall weather, and all of you are still like in your heat protective gear.
Well, why don't we do this? Because it's not fun to shop for clothes while feeling grimy and gross. Why don't we go get rooms? You guys can wash up.
Okay.
We'll get clothes, maybe a haircut or two, for those of you that need that.
Kind of flows hair out to here. It's like,
It's like at this point in time you do realize it's been a while since you've had like any sort of normal self-care.
considering what I said when I first gained sorcery, my hair probably grew 2 feet in the time that it took to go from the edge of the border to now.
Yeah, like your hair is getting a bit long.
It's like, great. Yeah, no, it's time. All right, let's go ahead and get freshened up. And she will follow our new friends to the, I guess it's a hotel now? Tavern?
Calling it a tavern is a bit of a understatement.
Oh.
As dusk begins to lead you towards this thing, you can see what is almost reminiscent of that tavern that you had visited where the hive mind was at, but where it is it's rather large. It's got a bustling, excuse me, my cat is trying to get behind me in my chair. I guess it's time time for emotional support chair, which means I get to lean back so she can cuddle back there because she refuses to sit in laps.
It's like chair here. He has to lean, and then she sits in my lap just fine.
Yeah, well, she's a butt. So like you're just gonna see my head right now on camera.
Hey, no attention to the head, we have shoulders.
Yeah, seriously. The things I do for this cat. But yeah, so the bottom is like just a bustling tavern. As you can see, a bunch of patrons walking back and forth, various pints of liquids in their hands, plates of food all over the table. There does look to be a small stage up along one of the back walls, but right now it doesn't look like anybody is on it. And then there's a large wooden spiraling staircase that leads up to 2 different floors above the bar floor, and these are all lined with various rooms.
Oh, wow. A triple deck. Okay. Does it have a sign?
What's that?
Sign that reads?
Yeah. This tavern is called the Sundowner.
Sundowner. Okay. Huh.
And as you walk in, this very barrel-chested dwarf is behind the bar, and he kind of calls out to you, waving. He's got a very large, like one of those like large like villain spiral mustaches.
Would I know the showman's name?
The pencil thin ones?
No, this is thick. This is like
Okay.
he's got a thick beard, and the mustache just goes into like that villain twirl.
I was about to say you just gave a dwarf the pencil stash.
No,
Those
no.
are the small.
No, just it's just very thick and twirled.
Okay.
He almost looks like one of those competitive, like one of those people do like the competitive beard growing. It's like,
like
very
the beard wax?
it's very well taken care of, and but it's like very peacocked. It's very like flamboyant. It's out there. It's meant to catch attention.
I love it.
Fair
I love
enough.
it so much.
Oh, he's easy to find. Hello.
Ah. Dusk, you brought northerners in.
I did. I found him out on the road.
So they followed you home.
They did.
So they're strays.
I guess so.
We
I
like
think
strays.
I-
We like strays.
You know me, I always pick up things while I'm out and about.
Yeah, you do.
So it's my first time picking up people.
And Dusk, you know this gentleman as Flynn.
So what do you say, Flynn? You got a few rooms we can set them up with? They're awfully, they need a good washing. No offense, guys, but you look like you've been on the road for a long time.
None taken. We were.
We have been.
Oh yeah, of course. Everyone here is welcome at the Sundowner. So I don't know how you all do it up in the north. How much luxury do you like in a room?
I'm very modest, so somewhere in the middle.
I'm cheap, so
Well, how about I explain it like God, me being just ahead on camera is annoying me. I'm trying not. I'm trying not to sit on my cat, but
Adjust the camera down.
then I gotta adjust it back up when she moves, when she inevitably moves, and it's just a pain in the ass. So,
That's fair.
actually,
Oh, look at that. You're doing exactly what we're suggesting.
shut up. I forgot this one has actually a tilt monitor on it. I could do that. He goes, well, how about I tell you the prices and then we can go from there. Standard room, you can get for about a week, 1 week's worth of stay for a gold. Room comes with a bed, comes with like a little mirror if you want to get all gossied up and whatnot for a night on the town. You have your own bath, but that's about it. It's just the standard. We got another room that's about 5 gold for 3 nights. This one little bit bigger bed, and it comes with the ability to have food and drink delivered to your room service is what we call it. And then we have the suites, which is 10 gold a night, but this comes with a luxury bed, all the trimmings of what you would find in the bedroom of somebody like a head of state. You have a personal butler that will wait on your every women need.
Based on what I saw in their pop-up house, what would I rate their usual being?
Okay, say that again.
Based on the pop-up house, what would I like? Which room would I make comparable to that?
The pop-up house is not even like, I don't even think you could compare it because that is more of like a large style apartment. That was like everything they needed was already there for them. Like you couldn't eat, like, while the suite itself would, you know, be a like a decent sized room, not even that can compare as you're trying to compare a singular room to a home.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't need a butler. It would be useful sometimes.
Is the bed in the fancy one big enough for 2?
It's big enough for 4.
Okay, I'll get a fancy room.
Wait, are you talking about the fancy room or like the luxury room?
The fancy one.
Okay, no,
not the
okay.
suite.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fancy room is fancy room can fit 2 people comfortably.
Yeah, I'll get the fancy room. That's 5 gold, right?
5 gold for 3 nights.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna be staying here longer than 3 nights.
Oh, you never know.
If needed, we can adjust it, right?
Yeah, we're fine. And she'll pull out 2 gold and pay for hers and Juniper's for the common
rooms.
Yep.
Okay. Well, the common has enough room
It's
for
no,
It has
there's
to-
2
has-
separate rooms
2
for
separate
a week, for a full
never
week.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, you don't have to worry. All the beds are comfortable. We don't really cheapen out on people because they want to take, a smaller room. And he
Fair enough.
gives each of you, he gives both Juniper and Reiju a key to one of the common rooms, or to a common room each, and he gives Callie. I was trying so hard not to say Mia. He gives Callie a key to one of the higher tier rooms.
If it's not too much trouble, can I get 2 keys?
You having someone stay with you?
Yeah. That's why I was asking about the bigger bed.
Gotcha. Like, yep, here you go.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see.
And for you, Dusk, you got your apartment, right?
I got my apartment. I'll be fine there.
All right.
Do I know, does the Hunter's Hall have a place for Nyx to stay, or do we need to get her a room?
You do know the Hunter's Hall has a bedroom.
Okay.
If you want to call it a bedroom. It seems like the Hunters intentionally try to make themselves uncomfortable.
Yeah.
As they're definitely beds, but sleeping on the floor in them would be instead of them would be comparable, and maybe at sometimes preferred.
Why?
Flynn, there is one more to the group. They're over at the Hunter's Hall. If they come in, just give a description of Nyx. Be like, if you could just set them up somewhere nearby. To the others.
Yeah, I can
Keep
do
them all
that.
together. Thanks. Not
At
sure
that
if they're going to
point-
refer the Hunter's
that-
Hall or... I mean, I would sleep here, but
Oh yeah,
Hunters, they're weird.
same here. I don't understand why those hunters have to make themselves uncomfortable at all times. It's like
I
being
don't know either.
it's like being ornery gives them power or something.
It's like they
Yeah.
have this game going of who can be the most uncomfortable.
Or the most
And
belligerent,
that person is the leader.
or the rudest. You know,
Yeah, that one too. They do
Say
do a
they're
lot of good
all
for the town,
tied
though.
with each other.
I think Reiji just
I
shares
think the
it with
leader is the
everybody.
worst.
It's like,
I'd like to imagine their leader is the worst of them all and is the just about 3 times as bad as everyone else.
They're a bit blunt.
Oh, we could probably
Nothing
use
wrong
some
with people,
food
though.
right now, honestly. Is it
Yeah.
mealtime?
oh, you need food?
Yes, please.
Perfect. And he's like, well, where are they? He looks underneath and he pulls up and he throws down a couple of menus on the counter. And I think this is like the first time you've ever seen like
A menu.
a menu, as it lists various soups, salads, meats. Like,
What's a lobster?
Well, that's right. They never had
it's,
seafood.
Oysters.
how does a lobster is like a sea scorpion without a stinger. It's got claws.
It's delicious, is what it is.
Very delicious in
Scorpions.
garlic and butter.
You eat the what?
Oh no,
the
no,
hard
no,
part?
no! You break it open and you eat the meat.
Why don't
Scorpions
we
are
do-
very good.
Why don't we do this where we do the you have the seafood buckets still with the the crabs, the oysters, the clams.
You know
Yeah,
what?
sure.
You know what? Sure. This is now Joe's Crab Shack.
I got
Did I-
one better, and she pulls out her sack. It's like, and she's adding up the total, and it's like one of everything, even the ale.
He's like, he kind of pushes the coins back. He's like, how about this? I'll give you what I call the Northerners, the Northerner special. Because all of you Northerners see these menus and just want one of everything right off the bat, and you don't finish everything.
But we'll take
My food does not come in small portions.
That sounds like a challenge.
All of you say that as well. How about
Fair enough.
I will take 1 gold. And I will make sure that it'll be 1 gold from each of you, but I will make sure that you are introduced to food from the south.
Please. Thank you.
If I could get one of them lobsters, I'd love that.
Oh, of course. See, do you just want the lobster or do you want anything else?
It's lobster and the meal that comes with it.
Ah, perfect. Okay, well, I'm gonna take some time to get your food. If you want to go up, get settled, get all gussied up, kind of wash the north off of you, you have some time.
Fair enough.
We'll send a message when your food and your table is ready.
Thank you very much, Mr. Flynn.
No, mister. Just Flint.
Just Flynn?
Just Flint.
Okay.
Mister makes me feel old. Only 100. I'm only 125.
Flint, I do have to say, I very much love your look.
Oh, right. Like, we have. I feel it's a bit of a presentation, and as a merchant here in town, the bigger the presentation, the more customers you get. Everybody sees this and they just want to talk to me.
It also helps that you're a good conversationalist.
Well, I am a bartender. If I couldn't hold a conversation, I would go belly up in the first week.
For dinner, is there like a dress code or something?
As long as you're wearing clothes, that's fine. I know that it looks like you've all just recently come from the north, so your garb is a little bit different than everybody else here, but we get all sorts. So as long as, all the important bits are covered, we don't care.
Fair enough.
Thank you
All right.
very much.
Kind of sheepishly put away her gold purse and starts walking up with her key.
Dustin's just going to stay at the bar and have a few drinks while she waits for everyone else to get washed up.
Okay.
And Callie is gonna look at the floor and be like, Bernard, you can probably come out now.
Is he kind of slowly once you're do you call him out once you're up in the room?
No. She doesn't really think about it anymore because it's normal to her.
As he just slowly climbs, it almost looks like reminiscent of one of those Japanese horror films, as he's very slowly and very stiffly crawling out, as he's still a bit banged up from his encounter with Gaius and the puppet master.
I feel like Dusk is now up on the bar with some sort of flame magic in her hand, about ready to throw it at him, and then remembers who he is.
Nice. As he kind of holds up a hand and just waves it at you as he's slowly getting himself up. Dusk, you don't need to do that, love, yet. I'm a friend.
Just startled me, that's all. That
Yeah.
was creepy as fuck.
As he kind of looks around, he's like, huh.
Welcome to town?
Didn't think there'd be civilization south.
Yeah, all you northerners say that.
I'm not technically a northerner.
Well, you came from the north.
Huh, nice place though.
Yeah, and I got us a nice room. Here's your key.
Oh, perfect. If you don't mind, I'm gonna go sleep for a millennia.
I thought you might want to, yeah.
He kind of just like looks at the key and just starts walking upstairs. He's moving, like he's moving his body, and like every time he does, you can just hear like an audible pop coming from his joints.
Really crunchy.
Oh, he's stiff.
As like, aside from Dusk's reaction, you don't seem to get any other reaction out of anybody else in that tavern. Almost as if this is like a normal thing.
Just another northerner doing weird northerner shit.
Just drowning portal stuff. Nothing big.
Nothing big. You know, northerners have people who live in their shadows. It's known.
If there's time before food, I will go up to the room as well and have a quick wash and everything, and then join everybody.
After I'm done with my shower, I look like, just because I'm like
A rabbit.
like a wet just because I'm a rabbit, I'm just like, I just look like crazy. Like,
crazy, all poofed up.
I think Reiju finally discovers shampoo.
just kind of scrumbly.
Yeah, it's a bit rough. So she probably spends a little bit longer than everyone else trying to get ready. And she will be in her secondary dress that she got from the dance back in Hysteria, which is the black version. It's actually a little more covered up and actually a little bit thicker, so it's still summer clothes, but it's a little bit warmer. So everyone else is getting ready for autumn. She doesn't understand what that means. But she does look like she's got gold on now. Let's see if I can re-find it.
As you all file back down one by one, you see that there has been a table set aside for you, and it's just being plated with just large portions of various types of foods. You see there's like a large bowl of salad, and there's like a bunch of baked potatoes, like a couple weird looking soups, you assume. And then there are like various like cuts of meat, and then prepared fish and shellfish that are along this table. And Flint is like, your taste of the North, or I should say taste of the South. Little introduction to just a bit of food we have down here.
Smells amazing.
He goes, if there is anything you need from me, just let me know. I'll be behind the bar.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to sit down near the fish and start digging in.
I'm like unsure. I start off with I just like pick up like a little like shrimp piece.
It's kind of like wiggles as you're just like,
because it's already like I assume it's already like
it's already peeled and
everything.
yeah, it's already peeled
I'm
and
like,
everything.
This is a fish.
And Flint,
I just imagine it just.
Flint kind of like calls out. He's like, just bite up to the tail. Don't eat the tail. The tail is not great.
Callie slowly takes one of the tails out of her mouth.
Yeah, Reiju would be the one to use utensils out of the entire group. Oh. Okay.
Are you even supposed to eat shrimp with utensils properly? Like,
It
come on.
depends. It depends.
If it's like a ramen thing, yeah. Get the fork, swirl.
No,
Oh,
stick your hand to the ramen, you coward.
Dusk is only using the utensils when she has to as
What's,
well.
what's a little third-degree burn?
I mean, if you're resistant to fire damage.
I'm not resistant to common knowledge damage. Ow, my head.
Like I take a bite and I'm fine. But then I pull out like an oyster that hasn't been like open yet, and I'm like, gave us rocks.
I feel like Dusk is sitting there like with children, like, okay, you gotta open it like this.
Yeah, you're pretty much
peel this out.
Like you're pretty much showing them how to like open and eat the more advanced seafoods.
Yeah.
Where like shrimp is pretty self-explanatory. You know, opening an oyster or, you know, cracking a lobster or anything like that is something that has to be taught.
I feel like I had to grab the crab leg out of Callie's hand before she took a bite out of the crab shell.
Callie's got talons. Natural oyster shuckers.
Yep.
Let's see, am I able to share a link on the stream?
I mean, you should be able to share it in chat. I don't know if we have
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
I do it all
because
the time,
I've never done this through Discord.
Yeah, but you're also a mod, Fox.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget that.
Look at this. This is gonna go extremely well or extremely poorly on my end. Here we go.
You're either gonna post it or you're gonna get banned. One or the other.
Oh no.
But yeah, a bit of time passes and you enjoy your meal, and it is a delicious experience. Like, it is much more flavorful and much more robust than what you're used to up in the north. As it seems that south of the border, they have access to more food and the like than you do up north.
And I hate how much I prefer the south.
Well, you know, you're gonna have a little trouble heading north again, so
I hope this works.
might be a good thing.
Oh,
Deal with it.
Junie and I came up with a plan for that when we're ready to go back.
Yep.
Oh.
So we find another spaceship and then we just go over the wall.
Weirds.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm gonna purge that.
Yeah, because that just invites everybody to the Discord. Yeah. Nope.
Whoopsies.
That'll do.
I think you gotta find the photo on like Google and
Yeah.
put in the Google link. Something like that.
Google link. All right. Yeah,
I can't. Fox, can you purge it? Because I can't.
Uh-oh.
You know what? There we go. 1 second purge. 1 second purge.
Second. There you go. I've been timed out. Yay.
But yeah, so like you get your experience of the food here in town, and it is very warming and relaxing as either you've resulted to eating like warm steak or rations or whatnot while you're out on the road. This is the first time you've actually sat down, even Reiju, the first time you've sat down and had somebody prepare food for you in like the longest of time.
We're going to try this again. It should go to the HTML rather than Discord. Yes.
There you go.
That's better.
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't even have Twitch open.
I think Reggie starts
Wow.
crying. Yeah. To the nines. This is the other dress that I didn't
No,
do.
no, I was saying wow to Cass saying that they didn't have Twitch open.
Mm-hmm. That's a nice dress. So I know you guys mentioned you want clothing. What style of clothing are you looking for? Something casual, something a little more fancy? What styles do you like?
Easy to move in.
Yeah.
Very much so. Movement has been kind of our thing since leaving the last city we were at.
So yoga pants. Got it. Just kidding.
What's a yoga? Anyway, she basically describes like the vestments of a monk. Has Dusk ever seen a monk?
I mean, she's looking at
Other
two
than
of
us.
them,
I mean,
Yeah.
other than us.
and Callie is dressed in fairly monkish attire.
Do you want to look at like Callie? Yeah.
Well, I already have vestments from my monastery. We're not from the same temple, if you think of it like that.
If you already have them, why are you looking for them?
We
ways to
stand
improve
out.
them. Yeah.
I mean, yes, you stand out. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I stand out.
Also, we've kind of been wearing these clothes since we had to flee from the city.
How long ago was that, by the way?
Too long ago.
Months?
I mean,
Right.
It was a while. Please don't make me search for my calendar.
I'm going to lead them to a clothing shop that's not in the fancy district. Something more in the casual to the medium range casual.
Yeah, and you know this town doesn't necessarily have what would be considered a fancy district,
Okay.
as everything is just thrown together and just like a hodgepodge of like shops and homes.
Or find some of the more casual shops than that I know.
Okay, so you're
$20
taking them more to like a everyday wear clothing shop than.
Yeah.
Okay.
And formal wear.
And then formal wear.
like a Target.
Like a
Yeah.
Target. Yes, D&D Target, because that's what you need.
Yes,
I mean-
it is.
Waffle House is definitely in every D&D campaign, right?
Yes, Waffle House is technically just every bar fight in D&D.
Now I gotta bring that up to my Waffle House crew. All right. Yay.
My dog loves popcorn. I'm being stared at right now.
Such a lovable face, aren't you?
So, Dusk, you take them a little bit deeper into town to just a small clothing shop located just near the marketplace. A clothing shop that's just called Everyday Wear. And you can see, like, in the windows, you can see a couple mannequins just wearing just very weather appropriate clothes for the time. Light jackets, shirts, pants, everything like that. Just looks very casual. Something that strikes most of you as odd, because it doesn't look like this is like attire that is meant to completely protect you from the elements. It almost looks like a fashion statement.
That's interesting.
You guys don't have to worry about any natural storms or anything?
I mean, the rain can get heavy every once in a while.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Talk about rain to desert people.
We have rain, just very little of it.
A lot of dust
Awesome.
storms.
Mostly dust storms. I think we'll have a lot less abrasive storms here.
Yeah, dust storms aren't really a thing unless you go into one of the more corrupted zones. But it's easy to stay out of those, so. I'm sure there's one or two around here that probably does dust. Yeah, with this much vegetation, we can't really kick up dust. But we are getting ready for the storm season, so do prepare for that. Rain, mostly.
Rain, okay. Fair enough. And she will go find like a weatherable like cloak, like a thick cloak.
As you walk in, there's an elderly gnome woman there, just very large spectacles, like covered in various like measuring tapes. Oh dear,
Hello.
you're not from around here, are you?
How could you tell?
Showing a bit more skin than what would be weather appropriate at the time.
I've noticed it's a little chilly out.
Yeah, yes, it's getting that time of year again. You know, you need to
Yeah.
start dressing for the occasion.
Where
Yeah.
we come from, we're just entering the hottest part of the year. Weather here's weird.
I would say it's the other way around here. I would say that the weather here is normal and the north is where everything is weird.
It's that easy to tell we're from the north.
Oh, I'm originally from the north, so yes, I can tell that you are not natural southerners.
Oh, fair enough.
Essentially, she's saying, "Bless your heart."
Not really. It's very obvious with the clothing that you're wearing that you are not from around here. As again, your clothes are more layered and designed to keep you safe from the elements, where people around here seem to have a more casual look, as it still keeps them warm and they're able to like do their everyday tasks, but it's not as important to have to layer yourself from like the sun and sandstorms and stuff like that. So I'm taking it we're gonna need to do an entire clothing overhaul for all of you.
Indeed.
Yeah, and I may need something a little more reinforced, I guess. I go really, really fast, and I don't want my clothing to shred when I'm doing that.
That sounds like a unique problem.
I can
It's
How
a
fast do you
very
get going?
unique problem. Oh, I can go fast.
You have to show me one day.
After we're
It's
done here,
exciting.
I'll show you. We'll find a long, straight street, and I'll show you.
and I'll dodge a lightning.
All right.
Well, I can take your measurements and I can get to work on some clothing for all.
Okay. Fair enough. Who wants to go first and get measured?
I'll go first.
Okay.
And she gets Callie up there and she starts like taking her measurements. She takes the measurements of each of you relatively fast. Like, okay, now what would you like your clothing to look like?
And
That's
just like,
the
go
part
ahead.
that I'm still thinking about.
I just have like my red scarf, and I'm like, this color. I don't know anything else. This
I
color.
just want to know, is it actually possible to look like that?
So like
Casual.
like a small like capsule corp style jacket,
Pretty much.
a crop top, and mom jeans.
Yeah. Why not?
I mean, if that's what you want the level 10 glow up to look like, yeah.
Not really, but at the same time, we're in a new area where it's way better. Why not? I seriously doubt that's gonna fly, but I mean,
nobody's gonna stop you.
Yeah, you can make your character look however you want. It's just
yeah, no. this is just the joke. I did think it was kind of funny though. But it's like, they said casual.
I think out of everyone here, the one that looks the most normal is probably Juniper.
Probably.
Because Juniper is already in like the loose fitting clothing and she's got the scarf and everything like that. Whereas the rest of you are like in robes and wraps.
Yeah, I'm wearing
Yeah.
pants.
Yeah,
And
Juniper's wearing pants.
Yeah. It just. Yeah.
As well,
Gotta
I
have
can.
those words for fun.
this but southern? Question mark.
But southern. So yeah, so I will let you guys don't have to decide now since this is like you need to come up with ideas for what your characters are gonna look like.
Yeah.
So I will give you time to do that. For your clothing, it is going to be 2 gold for the customization and everything. Make sure everything fits perfectly. And if there are any special requests that you have for your clothing.
Oh, she would ask if they do enchantments on wraps.
Dear, I am just a simple tailor. I
just want to know. That's all I needed to know.
I make clothes. There's no magic here.
That's
That-
all right.
As I said, I'm from the north, and you know how most people up there feel about magic. So I never studied.
I mean,
Where
I
do we
never
go
studied either.
And if you want enchantments, we can go find an enchanter.
Technically, I already have some, but it's been a while since I've actually looked at it.
Well,
Unless you reach in her bag and pull out what looks like a spool.
I don't know
Black red.
how enchanted you want things. We don't necessarily have a town enchanter. We have merchants that pass through every now and then. Though there is a shop near the edge of town that you can go to.
Okay.
I know they deal in wondrous goods.
Okay.
I don't know if they enchant things. I haven't been there myself. I haven't really needed too much of anything. But they,
Question.
yes.
I heard mention from Tim at the blacksmith something about people down south being more in tune with magic. Is that a thing?
It's more acceptable here.
It's more acceptable here,
No-
but
Nobody,
further south.
it depends. There are collectives of mages and the like. Somewhat of a mages college, as ramshackle as it is. But nobody is more or less attuned here. It's more that those who have the ability to tap into the weave aren't necessarily prosecuted. You don't need a permit to prove that you are a quote-unquote good magic user.
Okay. Yeah, it struck me as odd that like some of the passing merchants were coming from the south, so I was just curious.
Oh yes, there are other towns much farther south from where we are.
Fair enough. Yep. First time being in a city beyond the wall, so just kind of trying to get my information straight.
Oh,
Do
indeed,
appreciate it.
indeed.
Speaking of how Duskin, when her brother was around, we'd go and we'd look for magical items and what we could find in the ruins around us. Would we know? Would I know where a shop with magic items would be, or
You
where we
are
tend to trade
because
those?
you would because you have done much business with the gentleman that runs the bazaar for magical and otherwise mysterious goods.
Alright, that's the shop she was talking about.
Okay. Yeah, so definitely appreciate you looking out for us and providing some better clothes, honestly.
Oh, yeah, of course, dear. I mean, can't have you freezing down south on your first couple days here.
How cold does it get, by the way?
depends on if we get snow or not. But
What?
we're not in snow season just yet. We're just in very brisk breeze and rain season.
Does it snow in the north? Are we confused by snow?
Sometimes it snows, but not a lot.
Like we see it on the mountain ice caps.
Yeah, you see it like on the mountain ranges that surround the desert, and sometimes like it gets cold enough at night to where it snows a little bit in the desert.
Aside from the walls, like the wall we just crossed over to get here, what has been the highest elevation we have seen so far, like trees or building otherwise?
Well, since you were in like a mountain monastery, you've seen a little bit higher up on the peaks to where they get capped at times.
Right.
Tree wise, there aren't many trees where you're from.
Oh no,
like,
I was talking here.
Oh, here?
Are we in the flatlands right now?
Yeah, you're in a rolling grassland at the moment. There are very few trees that are like sprout out amongst the area.
They're talking about snowing here.
Yeah, they're talking about snowing there.
Okay, I'm gonna need to invest in a winter jacket then. It's gonna get really cold.
Well, you're fine. You're fine. We're still a couple months away from that.
Couple months.
Right now, light jacket, light coat, light cloak, whatever is all you need.
Okay. Whew. Oh my goodness. Get myself a friend there. All right. Now that that's out of the way. Oh, excuse me.
Do you have anything they could wear for now? Just I don't want them getting cold in the next couple days where you create all their items. A cloak or something they could throw on?
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, you know, maybe you don't know me, dear. I don't think you've been in here much. If you'd come back in an hour, your clothing will be prepared. I may not be one to cast magic, but it kind of like looks back to like just a very large loom and everything. That, on the other hand, is finely enchanted.
Noted. Cool. All right.
Make sure to have them back here in about an hour.
Sounds good. All right, Dusk.
Where to next?
A long, straight street.
That's right.
Yeah, we can.
I'm
do
gonna
that
go
first.
find a long, straight street for Reggie because Dusty no issue with this.
Dusk, you know, at this point in time, there are long, straight streets all over town. But given the time of day it is, you are not going to be able to find a clear street.
Maybe tonight.
Like, there is a lot of foot traffic in Witherbark during the day.
Do you need to be a clear street or just a long, straight street? There's just gonna be a lot of people on the street.
I can fly.
This is asking whether she wants hard mode or easy mode.
I'm gonna take her to the longest street I know in the town. It is,
which is the main street, which is the main thoroughfare that you've pretty much been walking through.
Okay.
I'm more looking expectantly at Callie.
And Callie, you're looking down the main street, and you can see there are various people flooding in from like different shops and coming down the road. As you are facing you're facing the opposite direction of everyone else, and you're looking towards the wall where you had entered the town.
Does it look like there is enough headroom for me to fly, or is there like signs and banners and stuff slung across the street?
There are signs and whatnot for like the various shops and buildings, but none of them seem to like protrude out that far from the town or from the building itself. It's more like an old like boardwalk town style, to where the sign is just like on a post a little bit outside, just so people on the road can see the shop name.
Gotcha. Okay. Are you ready for this? I go fast.
Yes.
You gotta watch. If you blink, you might miss it.
Alrighty, I'm ready.
Rage is just gonna sit on something like a bench outside, watch this shenanigans.
Gonna take a few steps back and do a little bit of a jog, and then hop up into the air and use one of my Phoenix charges to explode out a pair of flaming wings, and then step of the wind, and then dash, going straight down this street as fast as I possibly can.
Okay. Since this is technically not a fully open street, and you've decided to bust out the afterburners, I am going to need either an athletics or acrobatics check. This is going to be a fairly decent DC, as you are now just blowing by people who are having less than a split second to try to get out of the way of the charging ostrich down the street.
This is what I'm made for. And that is exactly what I'm made for. It's 26.
26. Okay.
Acrobatics.
So you see Callie just like start getting ready, burst the phoenix wings out of her back, and like in a blur just starts taking charge down the street, and every now and then sort of like doing like mid-air like spins and whatnot in different parkour moves to get around people, sliding underneath carts and everything, and just moving at a very impressive rate of speed.
630 feet per round.
Damn.
And it's most definitely one of those, if you blink, you'd miss it.
Mm-hmm.
How long do those feathers last, by the way?
The wings will last for a minute.
So you go up, you come back, you come down.
Well, here's the catch. Because I'm flying and going at full speed, stopping is going to be a problem.
Yeah, just gonna go ahead and start walking out.
And I
into the
will
street.
say, from where you're at, that wall is not 630 feet away.
How hard are you gonna hit that wall?
Wall is going to have a new
But
door in it real
with
soon.
your high acrobatics check, you do take notice of the distance of the wall and how fast you're approaching it.
Okay. I think what Callie's going to do, because she learned her lesson the last time she tried to do like a 90-degree turn at this speed, I think she is just going to try and judge the distance and give herself enough time to like slowly pull up into a straight vertical and just let that kill all her momentum.
Okay. And I'll say with the 26 acrobatics, where you're able to judge it perfectly to where you're pretty much skimming that wall as you're going up, and you're able to just continue climbing until your forward momentum is just slowly dying down.
And then she will fly back to the group and try and time it so she gets there just in time when the wings dissipate.
And you see that these antics have like caught the eye of a lot of people as they're kind of like watching you, some in awe, others in disbelief, and a few in concern.
And Dust just has a wide grin on her face, like, that was awesome.
Verona be praised.
That felt good. I haven't had the opportunity to move like that in a while.
True.
You are
Most of the time, we're being told to hold still or wait.
Yeah, I used to run around like that. Well, maybe not quite that fast, but I used to run around really quick all the time back home because, I just run across the rooftops and make my deliveries.
Well, it did help that you actually studied the roofs and were actually able to remember where everything was, too.
Yeah, I need to stretch my wings, so to speak, a little more often.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I were you, that'd be a daily occurrence. If I could move like that.
Maybe I'll Maybe I'll try dodging lightning again soon.
Hmm.
I mean, you said we're headed into the stormy season, right?
True, but just
Yeah.
remember, nature is less predictable.
Yeah,
And very egotistical.
Next time I'll maybe make sure that the lightning isn't actually a storm giant that
Yeah,
I
that
make
might
real
help
mad.
too. Yeah.
I don't know how to find storm giants so I can avoid them, but maybe Ruger will help.
Weren't they the ones that spotted them last time? I remember when we found you, you were in the crystallized thing and you were in motion.
Yeah, I don't remember a whole lot from last time because, you know, I was
You were struck.
incapacitated.
Yeah.
I dodged some of the bolts though, but then they started to, you know, feel like they were getting angry at me, and then it hit me in the face, and well, you saw what happened.
Still did.
Yeah,
Sounds like you came out of it with a pretty interesting story, and that's the important part.
and a new friend.
Oh, even better.
Have you met Ruger? Did I show you Ruger? Did I not introduce Ruger to you?
No, I don't know anyone named
For
Ruger.
shame,
I'm
Callie.
so sorry. Ruger, do you want to come say hi?
And you see one of Callie's eyes sort of like start to spark as this bird just erupts from her face. As Ruger kind of flies around the perimeter of the group before landing on Callie's shoulder.
Ruger, I take it. Do you have anyone else you're hiding in any of your body parts? Or shadows, or... This is two now. Wanna know how much of a thing this is.
We'll talk about that later.
Alrighty.
There's another one,
That's
but
nice.
they're
I was
kind
gonna
of
say, out
dormant at the
character,
moment.
I was gonna say, isn't there also a god?
There's
there is.
something else in Callie.
There's something.
Something.
Could be a lich. Could be, you know, an elder god. Could be Demi. Who knows?
For sure.
An old one.
An old one. Less tentacles, more. Ooh.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Ruger.
Callie's a clown car. Yep. Callie's most definitely a clown car.
She is.
Well, is there anything else you guys want to do today? Anywhere else you want to go?
Weapons.
Weapons.
Right, the market. Yeah.
Regular
let's go to the market.
weapons, magical weapons.
I want to upgrade my weapon.
Why don't we hit the Magic Bazaar area first, and we'll see if we can find you a weapon there, because that should be an upgrade. If not, we'll hit... we'll go by the mundane weapons.
Fair
They
enough.
might have something that's been enchanted. If no.
Oh, hey, actually, speaking of weapons, Raju, you use similar stuff to me.
Mhm.
Do you still use darts?
Yes.
Because I've got a bunch of them, and I've never used them this whole time.
Wait, are
So
you?
do you just want them?
What's that? Fox not using items?
Quick question. Did you get darts that are flavored as shurikens, or did you get darts?
Darts.
I'll take darts. Yeah, like, how many do you actually have? Because I still have some, too.
You can have the 7 darts that I've been carrying since the start of this campaign.
I'm just going to add that to...
How many magic
Yeah,
items were you carrying with you at the end of season 1 that you never used?
A horde of them. But to be fair, I mean, I took these darts because I thought I'd need something ranged, and then Callie developed into a character that can just run up to anybody regardless of where they are. So
I
I've
am
never had
the
to use
ranged
them.
weapon.
Exactly.
I've used 2. You said you had how many?
7.
Alright, so I just doubled my ammunition.
Okay.
Because I've used like 2 before we left the city, and then 1 more since then.
Okay. So, Dusk, you're taking them to the bazaar, the magical bazaar that you've done business with. You
Yep.
and your brother have done business with in the past. Okay. So
She likes that place. She prefers going there.
before we get to that, we are going to go ahead and take a quick break so we can get up, stretch our legs, freshen our drinks, and everything like that. And we will be back in about 5-10 minutes. All right, we are back, and my cat is still trying to take over my entire chair.
Cats do.
It's made of
It's a
warmth.
baby.
I have to have an argument with her every time I get up that she has to share the chair. And then she gets up and like stretches and then lays a little bit, just giving my butt just a little bit of room on the chair. I'm literally sitting on my tailbone right now.
Corey, you are so much bigger than her, you can move her.
It's illegal to move the cat. Look, she's had a stressful time because the dogs are here, so that, and she's probably cold, so
I was gonna say, like, bring her in here. I am sitting cross-legged with a blanket, a perfect nest for her. Although we can't really do that because of the dogs.
because of the dogs.
She's kind of trapped in that room for a little bit longer.
So I am just quite literally talking head on camera right now, but we can work with that. But yes, I believe that now that we are back, Dusk is leading their new friends to a magical bazaar where her and her brother have done much business, selling strange and somewhat questionable artifacts to those who run the shop. If Dusk here?
They should be. They're just nursing at the moment.
Okay. So Dusk begins to lead you through town, and you sort of cut through the small. Oh, there's a babu.
There's a babu.
There's a babu.
And a babu.
There's a babu.
Oh.
And is now joined by a halfling companion.
Watch out. They'll steal your toes.
But you begin to lead them through the marketplace area. And as you're passing through, you can all see like various stalls and carts and whatnot open as people are selling various goods and wares. They seem to have traveled in through from other parts here in like the southern part of the continent. And you cut through that and you go through a bit of a side street to a very large building, about 3 stories tall, the tip of it overshadowing the city wall that's nearby. And Dusk, you lead them to the front door of the Bimington Wondrous Exchange.
Of course it is.
You forget there are still Bimmies present at this point in time.
Yeah, I did forget that.
Bevington. I don't know.
And you enter into the establishment, and you can see just various items and relics and pottery and all sorts of things just lining the shelves on the walls, display tables in the center. There seems to be like a children's train just seemingly just going around in a circle on an invisible rail mid-air above the central display tables. On the on one of the podiums there is a rather thick tome that seems to be locked under a very thick pane of glass. And then there is another podium near the front, like the front merchant counter, where there is this deck of cards. It says deck of wonders, 100 gold per draw.
I don't know if I should trust the deck.
Always trust the deck. Nothing wrong can happen.
I can't trust my wallet.
Des looks longingly at the deck because he wants to
I mean,
take her chance. But
you
she
do
doesn't have
still,
any gold.
you have those gems.
Those aren't ours.
Correct.
Those are Nierx's.
In Dusk, you would have some gold.
Oh, okay.
Like, because you've done your fair share of adventuring and whatnot and dealing with this company. I'd say at the moment you probably have about 400 gold on you.
Oh, awesome.
Y'all take Electrum? I got plenty of that to burn.
Or look at the deck and I'm more look at the counter and ring whatever bell this Bimmy has out.
And as you do a like rope, like descends from the upper banisters of the roof as a gnome begins rappelling down onto the merchant desk in front of you. Oh, Dusk.
Hello.
I didn't expect you back so soon. And friends.
I brought friends.
We don't buy
They were
friends.
looking for items.
Oh,
We're not for
Customers.
sale.
customers. Got it. Yes. Yes. The buying and trading of people is strictly prohibited. I have been told.
I would
Happy
never,
to trade services that you provide.
ever.
I mean, services rendered is a different thing, you know, but I can't just outright buy your friends.
Well, that's good to know.
We are definitely in a place that prohibits that.
Yes, we are.
Good to know.
Good day. My name is Reiju.
I'm Bimmy.
Nice to meet you, Bimmy.
Well, that's what everyone here calls me, so yes, I'm Bimmy.
Fair enough. We were hoping to browse your wares and probably make some purchases.
Oh,
make
yes,
some
by
trades.
all means. Just so you know, before you start browsing, and he kind of like jumps down, he's like, yes, please sign this book. It's a book of waivers, meaning that if you are somewhat disintegrated, mangled, missing limbs, instantly die, you explode, I am not held responsible. Everything here is, it can be magic, but may not be magic. And the magnitude of magic inside said items could be volatile.
See, this is why magic is banned in the north.
It's really not that dangerous. Most of it.
It's on how you use it.
Yes, this is more of I'm not responsible for your stupid mistakes.
Honestly,
Magic, much like any other weapon, is just all in the wielder.
I can respect that, and Reiju will procure her ink and quill. Look for a page to sign on. All 7 names.
Oh no, you have wait, you sign all 7 of your names?
Yes.
As he kind of like looks at it, he's like, one would have done, but okay.
Many people get confused.
It's more of a legal thing. I don't care what you sign as long as you sign it.
Done. She puts the ink and quill away. Alright. So, very curious. One of our friends who's over at the Hunter's Hall is looking for a bag of holding.
Oh, we have many bags that hold things.
So we were hoping just for the basic, like, magical holding item. So,
Well, you could check in the bag section, and we may have a bag of holding.
oh, there's an entire section, and she starts wandering.
That's dangerous. Somebody should go with her. She likes to touch things.
Well, it's fine.
Well, I'm like
She,
fiddling with some trinkets. I'm like, I'll go.
she signed the waiver. As long as you sign the waiver, you could touch whatever you want.
Well, maybe don't say that to her, because when she touches things, it tends to get all of us in trouble.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there that will happen. There's a lot of stuff in here that could lead to that.
There's just like some glitter that just shoots out. I swear that wasn't me. Sorry. All right. She will get 2 bags of holding.
If you can find bags of holding.
That's what we're
Yeah.
hoping for.
Because as you go into
bag of hold.
the bag section, it is literally just a section with bags. You see like small, like hip-sized bags. You see small parcel bags. You see a couple backpacks. You see some very large burlap sacks. Like when he said the bag department, he means the bag department. Like everything that would be considered a bag is here.
Detect magic.
In a bimmies.
Ooh, no, don't do
Okay,
that. Don't
You're,
do
you're about to
that.
go blind.
You detect
Yeah.
magic, and I am going to need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
yeah. This is not the place to do that.
It's not bad. Let's see, you said Constitution saving throw?
Saving throw.
Total of a 19.
19. You do that, and you just like instantly just are flashbanged as like you. It's like somebody just nailed you in the face with a mag light.
She's gonna look for the dimmest part.
Like it's to the point to where
Doorway?
it's like you can't necessarily see anything in here. It's so bright.
Alrighty, I guess
There
I'm
are
gonna
some
go
very
back to that.
various magical bags.
Okay. We're just gonna try and find.
He's like, are you looking for a specific bag to hold your stuff?
Well, there's a certain design I'm looking for as well, and she will get one that's like a sling, and then she will
A
find
satchel.
one that's like
Gotcha.
a satchel. Yeah, one that's like a satchel.
Okay, well, we have various satchels here.
Okay. Let's see. That's about the right size for what they're trying to do. Make sure that like it has enough to where it can widen up to about like a foot.
as you open it up and just opens to a bag size. Like,
Fair enough. Like, she'll reach in it and test it.
you reach in and you can feel bottom.
Not what I'm looking for.
Regular
Yeah.
bag.
He's like, well, what are you talking about? That's a bag that holds things.
A magical bag of holding that holds many items. Probably about.
Oh, a
Yes.
bag of holding. I got you.
Yes.
Like
this is a
this.
magic store. Yes.
And
Well,
I'd show him my bag of holding.
He's like, oh, why didn't you just say that?
Kind of hard to know.
He kind of hops down and he starts like looking through the bag. He's like, there we go. One satchel that is technically a bag of holding.
Satchel of
Right. Satchel holding. All right, and then one that kind of looks like a backpack, similar magic.
Backpack.
Yeah.
He goes, most of the time these bags of holding are indiscreet and very out of the way.
And I think.
Pretty sure she'd be fine with that. She didn't really specify a style. She just wanted a bag. Holding.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't think I have any backpacks of holding. I mean,
That's fine.
you got your satchel there, which is big for itself.
True. Let's see. This one, and it kind of looks like a coin purse that you would just put on your belt. Just kind of grabs that.
Goes,
This size?
Question.
Yes.
For just like out of character, a bag of holding that's like that big, would you still? Is it everything that can fit inside?
Yeah, it has to be able to
The
fit
hole?
inside the hole.
Got it.
Like, so you can't
Yeah.
run up and like nail a dragon with a bag of holding and just suck it in.
Yeah.
Unless you have a giant bag of holding.
I mean, you could do like one single horn and just do it piece by piece, but that takes a while.
Not to mention the dragon will probably kill you before you get done with it.
Yeah.
He looks at it. He goes, well, that
Or
is
just-
technically a bag of holding. That one is limited though to currency.
Perfect. That's really all I need it for.
Your mom, here's your dice.
Yeah, and there goes the dice tray.
I roll to attack.
To make food, so.
I roll to attack.
Attack the darkness, mommy. I create violence, mommy.
But do you just have like a standard bag of holding, much like, and she points over at Cap?
Oh, yeah, we have one of the boring ones. I mean, one or two of them.
So that's what Nick was looking for.
I mean, yeah, we have that if you're looking for just a basic bag of holding.
How much is that one gonna run?
We'll total it all together. You know me, I don't necessarily have a price on everything. I tend to base things in bulk.
Wasn't sure if this was the exception, because I know bags of holding, people like them.
Yeah, they do like them.
Let's see.
So, other than
I'll also do bag of holding.
you want a bag of holding too? Gotcha. Oh, a lot of bags of holding. Most groups
Dusk also wants one.
Most groups tend to take one, but I guess just in case.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said, all like these have the properties that you're looking for. They may have others. Again, not entirely tested, so you may get a little bit more than what you're bargaining for.
Okie dokie. Let's see.
No, makes sense. I don't know how long I'm going to be escorting these people.
Well,
Based on my own,
if
just
history tells us anything, you're never gonna stop escorting them.
Sure. Look at you quizzically. And why do you say that? Mostly curiosity now.
Well,
Where are you going?
I guess you didn't really meet that. We were traveling with two tieflings. I know you've met the one, but she has a sister. They arrived in my hometown, and like right when they showed up and wrecked the place, I was put in charge of them, and we're still together. So I think they're probably stuck with us for life.
Nothing wrong with making new friends.
I was wondering about any like armored item, like, and I like point to my earring. That's like, it's like this is +1 for armor.
Oh, that makes you a little bit tougher. Okay, I have gems and trinkets and whatnot that may do that. Again, it's a risk. Not really a risk. It's a roll of the dice as to exactly what it is. They may provide armor, and that's just it. You may get a little bit more. You may get a little bit less. It may be cursed. I pretty much buy everything that people like Dusk and those like her sell to me through out of the various ruins and structures and whatnot that are scattered across this land.
And that's why we love you, Bimmy.
That's why I love you. Keeps me in business.
Okay, so I go to where like the armored section. I don't know how to word it.
So pretty much like what you're looking for is it's just like a jewelry display case, and you can see various rings and toe rings and earrings, nose rings, everything just like scattered about. And there's like one section that's like separated off. It says protection with a question mark.
Protection?
Like there are protective properties on there, but not sure if there's anything else.
I look at the earrings. It's like, I don't care. I'll pierce my ear. I got plenty of room.
You do have
blank canvas.
Yeah, you just have the big floppy ears.
Yes. Oh yeah, and I have another one.
I've got two.
So what do I see in regards to that? Is there anything that's like for sure just protection, or
It just says everything in that case is protection with a question mark. Like
Just
there,
look for something that catches your eye.
I was gonna say problem is that Junie doesn't care, but I do. I'm concerned. All right.
he goes. So you see that there are various earrings and like rings and nose rings, like I said, just like scattered about.
I point to like 2 different earrings. I'm like, I like the colors of those. Because that's all I go by is color.
Okay, he's like, well, he picks out like this gold band earring that seems to have just like this very bright topaz in it. He sets it aside, then he grabs the another one that seems to be like this almost like rose gold like band with an emerald. Sets that aside as well.
How much did these normally run for?
Well, again, I don't have a price on anything. I sell in bulk. So grab what you want and then we'll come up with a price after everyone is done.
I think I'll take a look at the jewelry as well and just kind of wander through wherever various trinkets are. Callie's not really looking for anything specific, but she is looking for anything that catches her eye that fits with her motif. So, you know, bird things, feather things, anything that might have
Bird things, feather things.
bird symbols on it. Any rings that might be shaped like wings or anything that fits that general aesthetic.
Okay. Go ahead and give, since you are just perusing, go ahead and roll me percentiles.
First, I don't know if Callie's ever rolled percentiles before. That is going to be 65.
65. As you're going through, you do find a small pin. Just like one of those like little decorative like Disneyland pins. But it's in the shape of a chicken. And the chicken is like very well detailed. It's like this white chicken with like these big yellow eyes, and as it's like its wings are up like in like an alarm position, and there's like a trail of fire behind it.
All right, yeah, I'll pick that up and I'll put it with our lot.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems like you.
Makes me think of the chickens in the little tabletop scene in Fable 3.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the chickens from Zelda, where you can't hit the chickens.
Yes.
Oh no, you can hit the chickens.
Yeah.
It's just a bad thing to do.
Yeah, they just get real
Yeah,
mad.
that's true.
all.
Good luck.
Well, considering we've already done shopping for Nerex.
He goes, I do have a vast collection of other things other than jewelry and bags. Got some weapons, suits of armor, saddles, you name it, I probably have it.
Gotten any like winter kind of robes?
Winter robes. I mean, if you take a look in my clothing section, you could probably find something.
Sure. Starts waddling over there.
Go ahead and roll me percentiles.
Okay. That's a total of a 3.
So you're going through and you find, like, it just instantly catches your eye. This very vibrant and bright winter robe that seems to have the look of stained glass. Like it catches the light in every angle.
Shiny.
Very
So
shiny.
She will waddle up to it. Oh. What does it do with that? She just kind of takes it off the rack, just kind of holds it up like, how?
And as you pick it up, you can feel the weight of it, as it not only looks like stained glass, it's made from stained glass.
Am I gonna cut myself on this thing? Like,
It's very smooth to the touch, and the inside is like layered in like a bit of like, just like in a layer of fur. So it's most definitely a winter coat, but the outside is just stained glass.
thinks about it for a moment. Is like, okay, let's see what that's about, and she'll kind of bring it over. It's like, Just kind of shows everybody. Like,
Oh, that's very attention grabbing.
Yeah.
very. I'm not sure why, but I like it.
It's
It
pretty.
fits your style.
The items in here tend to call out to people.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Sort of like the item is choosing you. You're not choosing the item.
Yeah.
Okay, well now I want to do that.
You most definitely can.
Yeah.
The way that
Do it.
Bimmies pretty much works is it's a dice roll and you find what you find.
Uh,
All right.
I'm also gonna peruse around since I know I have pocket money.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's like you pretty much just say what you're looking for. You roll the dice, and depending on the dice, you're gonna find something.
Look, I'm more specifically looking out for anything. Can I stick with the dragon-esque motif or something that feels like it would go with the sorcery?
Okay. Are you looking for like clothing, or are you just anything in general?
Anything in general.
Okay.
Probably more jewelry than actual clothing, but should do the clothing too.
Okay.
She's not picky. She knows how this works. And that's gonna be a 51.
A 51. So you're going through and you find a one of those I don't know what the actual name for them is, but like you see them at Hot Topic all the time. It's those rings that have like the chains that go down. It comes like with like a little bracelet.
I have
like-
one of those.
Oh, a
Like-
leg.
Exactly what you're talking about.
Like one of those
the ring
little-
with the chain, the bracelet.
Yeah, and it's got like a singular claw down the middle finger, but like at the base there's like a small dragon skull that have 2 sapphires in the eyes. I don't know what those are called. I just see those. I'm like, those are so
I know what
weird.
you're talking about though.
Yeah.
The ring, the connected
I call-
bracelet
Yeah.
rings.
Yeah. I just call them ring bracelets. I don't know.
I
Yeah,
just
she'll
call,
totally pick that
I
up.
just call them Hot Topic nonsense because I only see them at Hot Topic.
I call them
It's fair.
emo bracers.
Emo bracers.
Pick
No,
that.
those are the like arm warmers. That are
Mhm.
Yes.
Or
Yeah,
the
there you
fishnet.
That's
go.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that's
fishnet
Which I
arm.
also have.
The fishnet arm warmers. Yeah.
The other fish, they're striped.
Yep.
I was gonna say
Like
I
a
had,
one other
I
color.
had both.
Junie, are you looking for anything in particular?
Something cool.
Okay,
At
I
this
need
point, like,
more.
I don't know.
I need more than just something cool. Are you like, it doesn't need to be specific, but if like, are you looking for like anything in a specific design? Are you looking for anything for like say weapons or pretty much anything that
I was gonna say I told you during break that I like my weapon, but I want to make it herdier.
herdier. Okay.
Herdier.
So you're looking for like an addition to add on to your weapon.
Yes, and I'm fine with not doing that and then finding someone else to enchant it further, or something I could just like stick onto it. too.
If you want to get the Bimington experience, go ahead and roll me percentiles.
And just find a sticker that I put on.
Look, don't question it. You may just get,
If it works, it works.
you may just get like a gun buddy or something to slap on the side of it, and
Okay. How do I roll percentiles? I got a 50 and a 0.
that's a 50. That's a straight up 50.
Okay.
So you peruse around and you're going through the just like the various strewn together weapon racks and everything, and you do find a strange looking sharpening stone. It's very light to the touch, but at the same time you can just feel something emanating off of it.
Hey guys, I found a rock. But
I think I saw someone at the smithy using something like that earlier.
Yep.
Working on the weapon.
And like you've used these stones before. It's a whetstone is what it is. You've used this like on the axe side of your weapon before to keep the axe blade sharp, but the this whetstone seems to be a bit weird.
you know what? I'll this too. I will make my stabby thing sharper.
Well, your
It's
slicey
not
thingy.
technically a halberd.
No, it's not a halberd. You pretty much you have technically like a battle hammer with an axe.
But it has the sharp pokey thing at that.
Oh
so
yeah,
that's
it's got the
thing.
stabby thing as well. Yeah, if you want to thrust at people. You just have a very strange weapon. It's like an amalgamation of a spear, warhammer, and an axe.
I have all the things.
Dwarves
Hey.
are jealous.
Hey,
everywhere.
it works.
All right. Is that everybody?
I mean, unless you all like, I'm not putting a limit to how much stuff you guys are buying here.
Yeah, I don't want to add to our pile too much because we don't have a huge amount of money. But there is something that I do want to quickly look around for. Callie, having experienced the abilities of the mirror shards that the sisters have, she's gonna go wandering around the shop looking for a mirror that calls out to her.
Okay.
I, as a player, don't want her to because mirrors in D&D always bad.
Mirrors
But
in real life.
This one's been great.
Mirrors in real life bad. I
She,
refuse to sleep in a room that has a mirror in it.
They're bad things. But she is ignorant, so she's gonna go looking for a mirror.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me those percentiles on that mirror.
79.
79. So you're going around
Oh, I'm sorry, 76.
76, and you find, unlike the sisters like mirror shards that they have, you find a very exquisite looking silver hand mirror that is inlaid with pearls. Very beautiful craftsmanship on this item.
She's going to appreciate it for a minute and then add it to our pile. Even if it's just a normal mirror, it's still pretty.
We do like pretty things.
Then
Hi,
I
I'm
think
Reishu.
I'm gonna go over towards the protection question mark jewelry and find something that just catches my eye.
Okay.
Probably some sort of cuff or arm bracer type thing, or
Just like an armband.
yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll me the percentiles on that.
66.
Okay. You do find like just like a leather armband that's got a few that looks to have like a few eagle feathers like on it.
And I'm hoping I have enough left over to pull from that deck. Look, she is chaos, so she wants the deck.
Embrace
Right
the
in with
chaos.
Oh boy.
So you all pile your gear together. It's like, okay, so we've got a couple protection items. 3 bags it was?
Yes.
Yes.
I believe it
No,
was
four.
four.
Oh,
actually.
4 bag. Okay, 4 bags.
Oh. One,
The,
2, 3. Yeah, 4.
the sharpening stone, the hand mirror, that very bright winter cloak. We'll say it can go for 200.
Oh, and this chicken pin.
Oh, and the chicken pin. Yeah.
the
So
ring.
about 205.
205? Okay. She will pull out one more of the 1,000 gold gems, and she will say, is there a way we can get a card pool for everyone here?
Oh. I mean, yeah, if you wish.
Well, I know that our friend, she really wants it at least.
Yes.
So, at least her.
And you're going to need change, right?
Yes.
As he just points his finger at it, as you see the gems just explode into a pile of gold.
Tries to catch it in the bag that she just got.
No, it's just on the table.
Oh.
As it's now separated from like what you just paid for the draws and the items, and then the remaining gold.
Okay. Just kind of scoop change into her new change bag. All right. And then, what is it? 100 gold for the card.
Now,
I mean,
if you're going to draw these cards, I need you to sign a different waiver.
Oh.
Again, it's so I'm not held responsible. And I want to give you a warning that some people have exploded when they've drawn from these things. So it's a bit of risk, but I've seen people be made filthy rich from it as well.
Best signs that waiver so fast it makes the head
Yep.
spin.
All right.
And as Dusk, you sign the waiver first. The little protective casing opens up to allow you, as the cards spread amongst you.
The deck of funny things.
There are 18 cards in this
All right.
deck.
We're gonna draw card number 14 from the top. So
14 from the top.
4 up to the bottom.
Oh, okay.
How bad did I do?
You didn't do bad. You didn't do bad. So in your draw, you drew the Fate card,
Oh,
which is a wonderful card to draw in these style of campaigns, especially when oops moments happen all the time.
So now we have 2 do-over cards.
Yeah, because one of you still has the Fate card as well, right?
yep.
Okay, so you've got 2 Fates now. I believe it's within a year's worth of time. Let me see.
I know
Before
the
you
ask
die.
and answer.
Before you
Before I
die.
die.
Yep.
Okay.
Or you die.
It allows you to alter the outcome of fate itself.
Does that mean you could die and you're revived, it goes away?
Yes. If you die and then you are if you fully die and then resurrected, the fate card goes away.
That's why you use it before you die. Try and go back a little bit further in time.
Just a little bit to prevent you from making that one little thing that made you go slow.
Oops.
Yes, Fox, give
Look.
people ideas of causing a paradox in one of my games. That's gonna end wonderfully, right?
I'm not gonna do it, but I want to see it.
God. All right.
Every time.
Okay. Huh. Feel okay there? Not gonna
Yeah.
explode, Dusk?
Oh no, I'm not gonna explode. This is awesome.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Considering having another go once everyone else has their turn.
Yeah,
Sure thing.
it's like a fun game. I'll give it a go too.
All right.
All right.
I'll-
Who's
Place
next?
the bets.
Because our druid who would tell us not to do this is not here.
Chaos, and just reaches for a card.
Which one?
Top deck.
Oh, Heart of the Cards?
Part of the cards.
Okay. What is this? So, Reiju, you reach out and you pull a card. You take a look at it and you just feel this uncomfortable warmth and dread wash over you as you are staring at the flame as it falls to the ground. You are staring at the flame card. And now you know that a powerful devil has now become your enemy.
Oh, that makes two of them.
Yeah. So you
And
have
then some other guy that's like
you now have two devils looking for you.
It just took a number.
and a random person in the world. All three of them hate me for some reason.
Yep.
Just get in line.
Everybody
I don't
hates
know.
Reiju apparently.
Why am I getting the weirdest sense of deja vu?
Are
Yeah.
you gonna explode?
No, not yet. Your turn.
Well, we're not exploding, so I guess we'll keep going.
Okay.
Sign the waiver myself. So there's 18 cards in there,
There's
right?
18 cards in the deck.
The die says I pull the 8th from the top.
Okay. So, Callie, this is pain.
Uh-oh.
As you draw the cards, you draw the Talon card. As everybody sees every magic item that Callie is carrying or wearing at this point in time disintegrate. This does not count artifacts.
So, what are artifacts on her right now?
She doesn't have a whole lot of magic items. Basically just the angel stuff.
So,
I
Can you
assume
turn up
that,
naked?
I assume that counts healing potions as well.
Anything magical that you are wearing or carrying. I think, like, out of everyone, it's probably Callie that it's best that it happened to.
yeah.
It does hurt a lot to lose my ruby
Feathers?
talons, though. The feathers are a part of me, so I don't know.
Feathers,
if
the
that-
feathers do not vanish. The feathers are a
Yeah.
part of you. This is magic. This is magical gear and items.
So I guess a whole bunch of stuff just falls onto the floor as my bag of holding disintegrates.
Well, no. Anything that was in the bag of holding is lost.
Okay, I only really kept mundane stuff in there anyway. It's fine. So
the-
the bag of
Okay,
holding
the bag
goes.
of holding itself.
My armor goes. My weapon goes, and my circlet goes.
If it's the angel stuff, it does not go.
Oh,
The angel stuff cannot be affected.
Is the raccoon stuff affected?
Raccoon stuff is not affected because raccoon and the angel stuff are technically not even considered artifacts. They are something special.
Okay, so in that case, it is just my bag of holding and the headgear that I wear that lets me shoot fire at people.
Okay.
Aw.
So not too bad. It could have been worse. It could have.
Yeah, it could
could
have been much worse.
Hmm.
If it was any other of my characters, I would have covered my camera and started crying.
Oh.
But Callie, she only had a couple like non-artifact level things, so it's fine.
Yeah.
And I can just get another bag here.
Yeah.
That is true.
Look, you just like look at the bag, like start walking off, and come back with the bag. Like I don't need another one.
Just walk towards the bag.
There.
That does mean. Oh, you know what? That means my communication ring is probably gone, isn't it?
Nope, that's that was also.
Oh no, that was created from one of the from the raccoon clay, so that is
Exactly.
not destroyed.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Because we don't destroy extra life magic items.
That's fair. So I've lost all my calligraphy stuff, which is fine. I can just get more tinderbox, rope, tent, bunch of paperwork. But I mean, I've already lost all my paperwork once in this campaign. I can lose it again. It's fine. I am curious though. I did have one of Ruger's feathers in my bag of holding. Has that disappeared as well, or has that feather remained?
No, anything that was in the bag of holding is lost because the bag of holding is destroyed.
Okay. I was curious if his feathers were magical in some way or not. I never investigated them. But yeah, it's mostly just mundane stuff in the bag, so it's fine.
Okay.
So, seeing all that, I like take off. Oh, I just hit my fan. I just like take off, like not all of my clothes, but I take off like my bag and all that stuff. Okay.
Just drop anything that's like has any sort of value.
Yeah.
I mean,
pretty
that's
much.
smart. I mean, you did see what happened to Callie, so you know I can't say you're gaming the system.
7 from the top.
7 from the top.
You know what? No, 7 from the bottom.
Okay. Why not?
Why not?
Okay.
This card again.
Did I mention that it's from the top?
From the top. Let's go.
Yes. 5, 6, 7, 8.
So, Junie, you draw a card, and it's just the symbol of a throne. This card always fucking comes up in these draws. So, you
Dude,
instantly gain proficiency in the persuasion skill. And-
Noise.
And you double your proficiency bonus checks made with that skill.
Expertise?
Yeah. In addition, you have gained the rightful ownership of a small keep somewhere in the world. However, the keep is currently in the hands of monsters, which you must clear out before you can claim and keep as yours.
Yes, the other keep just got destroyed, so perfect timing.
So, hey, look, you now have a base of operations somewhere in the south.
Ooh. Okay. Hopefully it's not in
As
corruption land.
you see a little bit, you see a deed just fall into Junie's hands.
Can Junie read?
Yes.
I was gonna say, I don't know. Can Junie read?
Can Junie read?
That's up to you. That's honestly up to you. There's no skill that says reading writing anymore.
Pretty much just like basic common, or like nothing really. I mean, and like occasional random words like exit in a couple different languages, but not like.
I know the difference between exit and exist. There's an S.
Okay, so double the proficiency bonus.
So pretty much you are not. Or were you originally proficient? Okay, were you originally proficient in?
Persuasion?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so you are now proficient in persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
And when you roll your dice, you add double the modifier score in your persuasion skill.
Which, if you're on Roll20, if you hit the little cogwheel and go down towards the bottom where it says, you see all the ability scores, and it says normal, you can just change that to expertise next to persuasion and it'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Well,
Like bottom center.
I'll figure it out a little
Yeah.
bit later. But I have notes here, so
Notes are always good. I applaud anybody who takes notes.
I'm very
Slowly
bad
but
at
surely. Slowly but surely.
And
I'm not
then-
great at it either, but I try.
I'm the DM and I'm horrible at it.
Yep.
That's why, like, if I forget anything, I just, I ask Zorro or I ask Fox, because one of them is going to have the notes.
That's
Yeah.
why you love that
Yes.
we take notes.
Yeah, exactly. Because I have notes, but they're scattered across 4 different notebooks because I can't just keep it to one.
No.
So with everyone else having pulled a card, I'm thinking we're gonna toss another 100 gold up on the table and pull one more.
Oh, okay.
Roll the dice.
Give me a second because I need to take the fate card out for you because you cannot draw that
Yep.
again. So there are now 17 cards in the deck for you.
All right, and we're gonna pull the 9th from the bottom.
Oh, we're doing this, huh?
Look,
2,
I rolled the die to see if it was top or bottom.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Uh-oh.
How much chaos did I cause?
So you pull a card of a robed figure. As you just get this feeling that somebody somewhere in the world absolutely hates you.
Join the club.
It's
Now
a Tuesday.
We're both hated by somebody in the real world and the devil world.
Nothing
Well, the devils don't hate me yet.
nothing less than a wish spell or divine intervention can end their hatred towards you.
Out of curiosity, what was 7 from the top?
I don't know. I like every
You
time
already
you
reshuffled?
every time you guys draw, I shuffle
Yeah.
to keep it fair.
Bimmy.
Hmm?
I saw you do the exchange.
Mm-hmm.
So the rest of these gems belong to my friend. Should I put them in the bag of holding before you do it again?
What do you
Or-
mean again?
So she pulls the bag up with the gems in them and just shows that there are like 39 more to go.
Well,
And
and
this is not a bag of holding.
as he goes, well, I can't convert those to coins. I do not have a permit in order to do currency exchanges. What I did here was make change.
You made change.
Yes.
Oh, I understand now. Fair enough. I will inform them of how that works. And
Do you think Nyrix would be mad if I used one of those gems to buy another bag? Because I can't find mine anymore.
I can cover that cost. That's fine.
Well, I was just thinking we could use it to make more change.
I mean, I think if you
Oh yeah, go ahead. You got the bag already?
No, where are the bags?
Oh, they're over here. Still lead.
So
that
for
was
those
one
of you,
person didn't get one.
those of you who have bought bags of holding from here, I forgot to ask for percentile rolls from you.
Okay.
All right,
Well, the
which
bag
one
of
of you
devouring.
got the bag of devouring?
We know what I do with bags of devouring, so
Which one of
Yeah,
you
my
got the
number.
bag of hold?
Do you want me to roll as well since I'm about to
Yup.
buy one anyway?
Yep. Make sure you notate what your rolls were for every one
Okay.
of your items.
All right.
oh, okay.
Remember?
I have to remember.
No, I
That
do.
was a 66. That was a 51.
I know one of you rolled a 3, but that was for the
cloak.
cloak.
I got a 46 for the bag.
Okay.
I got an 85.
85.
Does one of us roll for Nyrix?
Junie got a 10. Oh no.
Oh, good. I'm not the lowest. I got a 33.
Okay. But you're able to find bags that are technically bags of holding.
Yeah,
Should we roll for Nyrix's bag?
No, let's let Zorro roll for it, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll let Nyrix roll for their bag of holding.
All right, so
He goes, you can take that bag, you know, included in the cost because all of you, wow, really went wild with those cards.
It's been a long time since we've been shopping.
Oh, yeah, I know. Just most people stay away from those cards, but you guys just went right at them.
It looked like so much fun.
Oh, I like them.
We have a friend who also had a similar set of cards.
I mean, I got
Wouldn't let you guys near him.
the whole reason why I have this illustrious shop here was because I got a card that gave me a wish. And I was able to use that wish to build a shop here.
Okay, and it works. And thank you for your business.
Oh, thank you. Hopefully none of the items kill you and you come back for more. As always, Dusk, if you find anything out on your travels that you don't necessarily need, you want to pawn them off, you know where to go.
As always.
All right. Suited?
Oh, and if you're looking for a ruin, got news on a new one.
You do?
Oh,
Yes.
What's this?
He kind of
Pull
like
out her
digs,
map and see if
digs
she
around in a a roll of papers, and he pulls up a small 8x11 like close-up map. He's like, this is about 3 days west of here.
If you compare it to her map, see if she can't pinpoint the location.
A couple hunters said that they came across a chimney, sort of just like billowing out of the ground. They did a little bit of exploration inside and said that it was a bit bigger than what they expected. They were expecting it was just going to be somebody's house and, you know, not really much. But what they found was a cathedral. They didn't really touch anything. They weren't really necessarily geared for it at the, per se. But yeah, I would love to get somebody down there. If you can get down there, do a bit of digging, see if there's anything of worth or value, that would be great.
Yeah, let me mark it on your map, just because I know you don't like to employ just one person for this. The way you can keep this.
He hands it to you. It's like mentioning it to you because you and your brother are, you know, some of my best associates.
Well, I appreciate that. She kind of gives a smile, but she doesn't reach all the way up at the mention of her brother.
Did you happen to hear if they mentioned anything of why they thought it was a cathedral?
No, they didn't. They thought it was just a house because there was a chimney, you know.
Right.
But when they rappelled down said chimney, they found themselves in a cathedral.
That implies a god.
Well, yes, that's usually what cathedrals mean. I mean, there used to be cathedrals all over the place.
Guessing they were discreet on which one.
They didn't do much investigation. They saw it was a cathedral and went right back up.
Understandable. Okay.
Technically, they're out there procuring meat and whatnot for the town, but they keep an eye out. They keep an eye out for me.
Okay.
And then I employ treasure hunters like Dusk here to go out and look around.
I haven't found a cathedral myself, but some of the other hunters, treasure hunters that I've been around, they have, and it's usually a good find.
Cathedrals are normally a very lucrative opportunity.
Yes. I'm very excited to get a look at this.
Well, if there isn't anything else, I'll let you be on your way. If you need anything, you know where to find me. Because I just I just randomly just grabbed a chunk of cards and I just pulled a moon card.
Nice.
Yeah. That's the other one we get a lot.
Alright. Might have to come back. Alright. Well.
Azarin freaking out about the cards.
Zoro freaking about Bimmy right now.
Good old Bimmy.
I told her that we got her a bag of holding from Bimmy, and she has to roll a D100 next time. She goes, "What? Why?" I said, "Because Bimmy."
Because Bimmy has some great things, but sometimes those great things bites you in the ass.
Do I have to roll for the earrings that I got?
So technically, yes. Well, you don't technically need to roll, but since you now are in possession of magic items, you can take an hour for each item to like sit there and investigate it, and you will learn their properties.
Oh, I could do that even as a barbarian and not like
Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
I'll just do that
it
later
just
on tonight
takes
then.
an hour worth of your time in order to look at the items, and then did I have you roll percentiles for those?
Which
For
one?
the earrings?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, roll 2 sets of percentiles and then record them. Record one number for each one, because it is Bimmy.
So
We might have scared Zora with that.
I don't know. Does this town have like artificers and stuff?
You've heard of artificers before, though there isn't any sort of like set guild or anything in this town. The closest one that you know of is a bit south. They tend to hang around the little makeshift wizards college.
None that I've visited recently, or none in town. They like to be towards the Mages College. They do a lot of work with them. And I think the enchanting might help with that, or maybe they make things and sell them to the mages. I don't know how it works, but they like to be around the Mages College.
Who has our map? Are we gonna be going by the mages? Do we?
Well, that
No.
would be Dust. She has the map of the south.
Yep.
Did you guys tell me where you were heading?
Not yet.
Yeah.
We've barely even started being in this city. Let's take some time to relax.
Well,
We can
yeah,
take a
yeah,
look
yeah.
at the map
wanna
back at the hotel.
relax. I have.
She like leans in real close to raise you.
You remember the whole space thing?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that petrified guy with the arm? The mechanical arm? And I took his arm? Do you remember that? It was horrible. I want to get the space arm checked out by somebody that knows what they're looking at.
Understandable.
I want to get the space arm.
We'll go over that when we get there. Just
Okay.
try to remember it, you know? when
I've
we
been
reach
thinking
there.
about it since it happened.
Oh my goodness, Callie. Stop
I mean,
thinking
how
about
could
other
you forget?
arms.
Well, I mean, the arm is fine, but
What
Is
did
it?
you
like
do?
what happened when I took it off of him, that's gonna be burned into me as trauma forever.
Night, you stop on the conversation.
At that point, she's like, and I'm gonna go see Flint and see if I can work as a cook. All right. So yeah, that's my plan. Phone stop. Good.
Was there any other shopping you guys need done? I don't think you got a weapon, Juniper. Did you still need to go look at weapons?
No, I mostly just wanted to upgrade my own. I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate it. I'll figure out the sharpening stone in a little bit.
I didn't have any more shopping that I needed to do, but being in a city like this again is kind of making me a bit homesick, even if this place is really disorganized and messy. Is there like a dance hall or like a burlesque place around that I could just go relax in for a bit?
A what?
Oh,
Oh yeah, for those of you who don't know, Callie's brother is a stripper.
Yep.
But he's a fancy stripper.
Burlesque performer, yeah. That's
Well,
the
they do
thing.
have the stage, but I don't think that's the kind of stage you're looking
No,
for.
I'm looking for like an actual place dedicated to that kind of thing. Like the place that my brother used to dance in.
Can't say I've heard of a burlesque hall. There might be someplace that does dancing.
You do know that people
Like-
tend to gather for sort of, nothing like burlesque dancing here, but like basic dancing at the Sundowner when they have a bard or somebody playing on the stage. The only thing that would like come anywhere close to like a burlesque hall is one of the brothels that you know of in town. That's about it.
I mean, the brothel might have something if that's not usually a good place to go and relax. I mean, I guess if you're into that kind of thing, you can
Oh.
go there.
Yeah, I'm not looking for like that kind of company. I'm just my brother was a dancer, and I like to watch the dances sometimes, and I found it to be relaxing. But if there isn't a place like that, that's okay.
I mean, other than that, the inn, if the bard's there, they'll dance.
They'll get people to
But
dance.
it's more of a casual dance type of thing with the people that dance.
Yeah, I mean that works too.
Alright.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna go back to the Sundowner then. Get all of our goods back, and also I'll drop by the Hunters Guild and drop off the change for Nerds. I'll be seeing y'all there.
Okay, so I need to jump away for a quick second. So we're gonna take like a quick 2-second break here. I will be right back.
Alright.
They're like they already had all their credits.
Okay, we are back.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, I had to make sure that I got the delivery that was just dropped off at my house.
Yeah, no worries.
No worries.
I ordered coffee.
It was the
Nice.
coffee.
That's exciting.
Are you gonna share?
I mean, give me a second. I'll
Oscar,
show
we
it
could
to
use
you.
some.
I know. Evie in the camera.
Yeah.
I love when her
So
little
I
ears
saw
poke up.
these when I was on Facebook because Guild Wars was promoting them because they came out with a peppermint mocha flavor. But I ended up getting the peppermint mocha flavor and then a dark chocolate raspberry. And these like
Ooh.
a monstrous tubs. And Evie's very curious. You want to do a sniff? Is
Yeah, she does sniff.
like the monstrous jugs of cold brew coffee, but this is 8 servings because it is a massive scoop that comes with it, and like one scoop is for 13 ounces of coffee.
Oh wow.
So
So
what you're saying
Those
there's
sound real
like
good.
half.
Yeah.
So that's like half a sitting.
the thing is these aren't expensive. This right here cost me like $7.
Oh, it's not
that's
bad.
cheap.
Yeah, like so if like the scoop right there.
Oh, okay.
So if I like this, I'm gonna start.
Smells okay.
I'm gonna start, buying these and taking these to work because coffee.
Yes.
Well, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yes, I will be trying that tonight.
I done goofed. How do I get the scoop back in?
Oh no.
Bury it.
Also, my fingers are kind of wet, so I
Or Cass, just
Oh.
close the top and leave the scoop on top of like just leave the scoop outside of it.
I got it.
But yeah,
Yeah, I can't do that. Scoop has to
So-
go back in.
Scoop has to be in.
everyone begins to head back to the Sundowner to just relax after a couple month-long journey through the hellscape that is the desert. This is the first time in forever that you have actually been in a comfortable room or comfortable bed by yourself, as the pop house that you have is a communal bedroom. Not much privacy, not much anything. You are just with everyone else. It's still comfortable, but at the same time, it's more you're sharing rooms with siblings than having your own room. Anywhere to actually just wind down and decompress.
I'm going to draw them. I'm gonna have dinner there, but I'm gonna go back to my own apartment, and I'll draw them a crude map to where my apartment is in case they need me.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
I don't have any kind of background that allows me to draw a map nicely, so you just get a crude map.
You could just make a survival roll.
All right. Ha! Natural 20 for 26.
There
I
you
draw
go.
a beautiful map.
It is
It
a
is
very,
gorgeous.
very well detailed map. Anybody following this map, it is impossible to get lost.
That's a challenge. Grabs.
Color coded.
I could still get lost if I refuse to look at it.
That's not
Can't
gonna
help you
stop me.
there.
I can't read.
Yeah, exactly. That sign won't stop me. I can't read.
I'm going to do the meditation thing. Do I have to do it for each earring?
It's not necessarily meditation. It's just you sit there and you just like examine it and fiddle with it. And yes, you need to do it for each item.
Okay, so I'll take 3 hours.
Okay, so you're gonna take 3 hours to do that. Is
Earrings and the sharpening stone.
anybody else taking time to?
Yeah, I will. Missing my brother as he used to identify things for us, and I have to go back to doing it the old-fashioned way.
I mean, you guys have some time before technically dinner would be needed.
Right.
So
There is one thing I do need to do, and that is talk to Flint,
okay.
the tavern owner. And sir, the food was exquisite, but as I am the de facto cook for my group of friends, I was wondering if perhaps you'd be willing to take in somebody to teach.
How much time you got?
I got a week at least, as long as I got a gold.
A week ain't gonna work.
Okay.
You see,
How long?
I am a graduate from a bardic college. I myself don't sing, I don't dance, but I cook. I am a master chef, I am a master brewer, I am a master baker. What you would need to learn from me, you would need years. So, you say you are the de facto chef of your group. Coming from the north, that means you have experience cooking northern cuisine, but down here it's going to be a bit alien to you. So I'll tell you what. He reaches under the counter. He brings up a book. I sell these. These are cookbooks, or a cookbook that I've authored.
Okay.
2 gold. And this has a bounty of recipes for those looking to expand their culinary horizons here. For a northern chef, this would come, I would say, in handy if you're looking to feed your companions on the bounty of the south.
Good. Yep. And she just reach in her pocket and procure 2 gold. Thank you.
Of course. It's always good to meet another individual who enjoys the delights of the kitchen.
Well, I do try my best. I will say it is very alien up there what we make, even for me.
Yeah, that's what I've heard through a few travelers. I mean, you don't have many normal production or producers of meat. I hear you eat worms and lizards and anything else you can get sustenance off of.
Normally it has to be sizable for sure. Definitely have meat for sure. And vegetables, unless you're, within civilization's reach, very rare to come across.
Yes. Well, down here we have farms that produce vegetables and deliver meats and whatnot. The bounty down here as well for anything regarding meat sources is vast. Anywhere from elk to, well, not elk, but deer to yak to cow, chickens, whatever. Have farms that can produce meat and milk.
Right. Yeah, that lobster was amazing. Where do I find those?
The ocean.
The ocean, which is further south near the ice.
Actually, no. You can just head to the east a bit.
Really?
Yeah, it's about a 2 days jaunt from here. There's a small fishing village that's set up there. That's where we tend to get a lot of our imported food.
Okay. And they come and do trade here and back there.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. We provide them with our goods. They provide us with theirs. They're more of an extension of Witherbark, but
I would assume so. Like, when you go up north, it is literally just you either have a city or you have an outpost. And either you have to get there by skiff, sailing the winds, or you have to hope that a certain vehicle can take you across that arid wasteland.
here, yeah, we don't really have much of an arid wasteland, but we do have pockets of corruption.
Right.
But
Just, yeah, it's corruption. I'm sure we actually just finished cleansing an area, but yeah, I'm hoping it's not that terrible everywhere that's corrupted.
it depends. Some are lightly corrupted. Others, you would want to send an entire army in if you were even thinking about setting foot. The beasties in there, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemies.
Let's try to be careful around them. Try not to go in them. Hopefully, all said and done, we can get rid of them at some point.
More power to you if you're able to.
That's the hope. Well, again, thank you for this book, and hopefully I can learn how to cook down here.
No, if you can cook up there, you can cook down here. Same utensils.
Same utensils, different colored meat. Fair enough. All right. Oh, is there? I noticed the stage. Is anyone performing tonight?
Not tonight. Normally the place fills up during the weekends. And yes. Like every now and then we'll have a bard, come in for like a small dinner performance, but it's more of a very timid music. Just something people can enjoy while eating.
Well, I do fancy the ocarina.
I don't know if many people have seen or have heard an ocarina.
Well, I think I know what I can do for the next couple hours is practice. See if it's good enough for your tavern.
Well, see, that's just it. As I said that I am a graduate of a bardic college, we tend to hire our own.
Fair.
It isn't, the stage isn't technically open.
Ah, I see what you mean. Bad for business if
It's not that it's bad for business, it's more we help our own.
Oh, right. Fair. Sephiroth did mention that. Alright. Well, thanks again.
Of course.
You might hear the ocarina out the window. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. If you play it in your room, I don't care.
Alrighty. Thank you. And she will start sauntering back up to her room.
Okay. So those of you who are taking time to look at your magic items and perceive them. So Junie's taking 3 hours.
So, counting the bag of holding, it's 4.
Okay, 4 hours. How many hours are you, do you have, Reiju?
It would be the bag and the cloak, so 2.
2, okay. And then Callie?
I think just 2 as well. The chicken pin and the mirror.
Chicken pin in the mirror, okay. And what about Dusk?
I have 3 because I have the ring bracelet, the leather armband, and the bag holding.
Yep. Okay. Who wants to do this first sacrifice here?
Always.
Okay. What did you roll on your bag of holding?
The bag of holding, I got a 46.
A 46. Okay. And this is the satchel, right? Or is this the coin purse?
This is the coin purse.
Okay. So this most definitely is a bag of holding.
Okay.
Though it can only be used for coins. If you were to put anything else in that bag, it would destroy the item.
So anything of value like the gems would not go.
Would not go. It has to be coins and coins only.
Okay, that's doable. Fair enough. Easy to understand. And it goes just about anywhere on her because it's small.
Yep. And that cloak. When you don this cloak, you are able to enter any flat reflective surface. Be it a mirror, be it just a pane of glass,
A super
Or-
shiny table.
a super shiny table, a shield, a suit of armor, whatever, you are able to enter that.
Okay.
You're able to stay in there for as long as you want. Entering or exiting is an action. And this is an attuned item.
Right.
Okay, Callie, what do you have that's shiny so you can carry another person?
Yeah, the clown car.
I mean, she has the mirror now.
My eyes are kind of reflective.
You already have one in there.
It has.
I've got another eye.
I will say that it has to be in. It has to be inanimate. It has to be inorganic. You can't enter organics.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Oh, they have a point. You got a mirror.
So
Hmm.
what happens if you enter a pane of glass and then somebody breaks the glass? Are you trapped there forever?
I
don't
think
know.
You're trapped or shattered or you're split.
Ooh,
You become split into many different pieces.
like you may be able to exit out, but your leg still is inside. It's in another shard.
I would say that you just come out as pieces. I'd rather not try that.
Mm.
You gotta find one that's big enough and sturdy enough. Alright. Things to know. Good. And it also just double functions as a regular winter coat, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
You are safe from any cold elements while wearing it.
Okay. That works for me.
That was your main concern.
Yeah, that is the main concern because she did not like being up in the mountains in the cold. She went down to the secret training grounds inside the temple to get as far away from the cold as possible. That's how vain she was.
Well, it's not even vain. It's just your body is not built to handle the cold.
Yeah. No.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Who wants to go next? Okay, Junie.
So for the bag of holding, I rolled a 10.
Yes, you did. So you look at the bag. You look at the bag of holding, and it looks like it's a bag of holding. Most definitely, you put the item in, and it holds.
What happens when I take the item back out?
You
Is
don't
it
know.
gone?
You don't know. You know that in your hands is a bag of holding. You identify the function of this magic item to be that of a bag of holding.
I take one of the oyster shells and I like put it in and I go to take it out.
You put the oyster shell in. It zips into the little pocket dimension. And you go to take it out. And you're not finding purchase.
On beans. Is my hand okay when I take it out?
And is fine. As you've done this, I can now tell you that what you have in your hand is a bag of holding. 100% bag of holding. Though it does have a minor curse on it. To where there is a 24-hour waiting period before you could take the item back out.
Okay.
that's terrible.
That's not
It's just
too bad.
it's just a slower version.
Mhm.
It still holds it out, and ooh, does that mean you can turn it inside out without any repercussions?
No.
Ooh.
Turning a bag of holding inside out in my games is a bad idea.
It's
I
a
will
very
not
bad
do
idea. Okay.
Despite the fact that I want
That
to.
would be
be like,
amazingly
"Where's
helpful
it?"
if you were a burglar.
Hmm.
True.
You got caught. They check your bag. There's nothing in there.
technically, in order to take things out of a bag of holding, you need to know the items are in there. So
You have to think of it and then pull it out. But if it doesn't come out when they say it, it will.
So, as for the earrings, the 2 earrings I got, I rolled a 51 and an 11.
okay, what was the 51? Which one was that?
Left
I
ear or
don't
right
know.
ear?
Because you had the topaz.
Gold or rose gold?
Yeah, you had the gold earring with the topaz, and then you had the rose gold with the sapphire.
Rose gold is 51.
Okay, rose gold is 51. With that is most definitely a earring of protection.
Okay.
It will give you another +1.
Okay.
Very nice.
And on the 11, this seems to be... It appears to be another, like, earring. Another protective earring. Though, what it protects you from, you're not entirely sure.
Okay, so it's not another +1 to my armor class. It's
No.
just...
It's
Protect-
offering some form of protection.
Okay. I'll
Could
take
be
it.
an element,
That's
could
fine.
be divinity.
So now my armor class is 19.
19, and, like... So you're putting in
Yeah,
The,
I'm putting the...
rose gold into your ear.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you
I
doing the
also-
same with the other one, or?
Yep.
Okay. You pop that in, and you feel like this little, almost sheen come over your body for just a moment, as you don't feel anything wrong. Everything seems to be okay.
Okay. And then lastly is the sharpening stone. I rolled a 50.
A 50?
Yeah.
A 50. So this sharpening stone, when you use it on your axe for the next 24 hours, it will forget what it's called. I'm losing my words here. But it will, oh yeah, when you use the sharpening stone on your weapon for 24 hours, it will allow you to ignore resistances. So if anything has like a resistance to fire or resistance to bludgeoning or slashing or piercing or anything like that, this weapon will instantly ignore it.
Ooh, that's awesome.
It is good.
But that effect is only on that weapon when you sharpen it.
Okay. Alright, and then that's it for me. All 4.
Make a note, Junie.
Yeah.
The next time you receive magical healing, let me know.
Okay. Am I protected against the magic healing?
You don't know.
Alrighty.
All right. Dusk or Callie, who's throwing themselves to the wolves this time?
Al, you want to go next?
Sure, why not? Well, we'll start with the chicken pin. I rolled a 64 on
A
that.
64. So, with this chicken pin, funny enough, you are able to now, when you take the dash action, are able to leave a trail of fire behind you. This fire will remain. Anything passing through it or starting their turn in it will take 1d6 fire damage.
You have become Tron, Cycle Rider.
I can just run circles around all the enemies in a single round, and we're good.
You just
I mean, it's only a D6 of
You
damage,
just
but
now
it's still
turn the entire battlefield into a Final Fantasy boss raid.
Yes.
do you have resistance to fire?
I don't think I have resistance to anything.
I was gonna say, like, you could just do, like, you just do circles, then, like, it slowly gets smaller, and then run out.
Yeah. Every fight we have is now the Final Fantasy Withered fight.
But you don't have to run out if you can fly out.
Oh, that's the funny thing. You pass over it, you still take the damage.
Nice.
It does damage up to 15 feet.
Oh, neat. Watch out, giants. Specifically you, hell giants.
I like the
Now,
chicken pin.
This fire can be extinguished by normal means because it is just fire.
Okay. I'll try not to run around in grassland too much. Is it an attuned item?
Yes, it is an attuned item.
Okay. And the other thing, what was the other thing? The other thing was the silver mirror inlaid with pearls. I rolled a 76.
A 76. So this mirror, when you look at it, will allow you to change your physical appearance. Pretty much giving you a glamour effect over your body. You can change like the features on you to assume like a different race. You can change just the coloring of your feathers. You can even change the way your clothing looks. This acts as just pretty much a heightened glimmer spell or glamour spell.
Nice.
This is not an attuned item. Anyone can use it, but only one person may use it at a time.
Gotcha. Okay.
It has a limited effect. And the effect only lasts for 5 rounds.
Okay. That could be really useful for like charisma-based checks and stuff to augment that. So the mirror, is it the person that's looking into it that determines it, or is it the person that's holding it that determines the effect? Like if I was holding it and pointed it at someone else, could I change an aspect of their appearance?
Yes, you could. It is whomever is holding the mirror. And as long as you keep the mirror on that person, the time will not run out.
Interesting. Okay. Good to know.
Point of order. Can we say that we grabbed our clothes from the seamstress?
Yes. It was only an hour, so yeah, you have your clothing.
Okay, good.
Then Callie, you got a bag holding as well?
I did. If there's enough time to look it over, I will. Otherwise,
Oh yeah, there's
I'll leave it
there's
later.
definitely enough time.
Yeah, I did not roll great on that. I rolled a 33 on that bag.
33. Bag of holding.
Bag of holding. That's all I'm after. I don't have anything to put in it right now because all my stuff was in my other bag. But maybe tomorrow or something, I'll go out and get a new calligraphy set and all that. Test putting it in this bag.
Could also ask for like my last 11 electrum.
I still have some electrum and stuff, but I keep it in a separate coin pouch. It's not in my bag of holding.
Fair enough. That just leaves dusk.
Yep. So I'll start with the ring bracelet with the dragon motif on it. I had a 51 on that.
A 51. So this dragon bracelet is an attuned item. And what it will do is it will allow you to attune one spell to it at the start of each day. When you do this, the first time you would use any of your sorcery points for that spell, the effect is cast at free. Meaning you wouldn't have to reduce any sorcery points from your pool when using the sorcery points for the first time that day for that specific spell. Now that spell remains until you either change it out at the start of the day. So you can pop one in, keep it in there for as long as you want, and it's always going to have that effect.
Awesome.
But it has to be changed out at the start of the day. It can't be changed out later on during it or anything like that.
Yeah. It's not once per long rest. It is
No.
at the beginning of the day.
Beginning of the day, every 24 hours.
All right. Awesome. And the second item I got was that leather armband with the eagle feathers. And that one got a 66.
66. So this armband will allow you to take the bonus action disengage feature that a rogue has with the same effects as to where you can disengage after combat or after striking and not get that attack of opportunity against you.
Okay. Awesome. And then my bag of holding got an 85.
An 85. It is most definitely a bag of holding, though there's something a little bit special about this one. Your bag of holding can connect to the bag of holdings of other people if they are willing. They have to be within they would have to be within 100 feet of you. But as long as they're within 100 feet and they are willing to let you reach into their bags, you can pull items out of their bag as well.
Does
Does that work with Junie's?
Does she still have to wait 24 hours?
Still has to wait the 24 hours because there is a 24-hour lockout on your bag.
You basically won't let us into the dimension.
Pretty much, Junie's bag has to run a background check on her every time an item is deposited.
Yep.
Closed on Sundays.
Don't give me ideas. Do not give me ideas.
Just every 6th day of the week, you just can't use your bag. I'm sorry, lady.
It doesn't even open.
It's like
in order to get an item out, you have to fill out paperwork in triplicate each time.
Yeah,
The only thing that I
that'd
can
be
pull out is paperwork.
now that would be a
just
bag
use
for
paper.
Callian right there, if I ever heard of one.
Right?
A contractual bag of holding.
Yeah, pull out the paperwork, and then I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. And then it's like a note that says
Even
bad.
better, it doesn't
It's
even have to be paperwork like towards the bag. It'd be any paperwork. You just have to work on something.
Guys realize we're giving him ideas, and Zoro hasn't rolled for her bag yet.
Exactly.
That's totally fine.
You have the bag of holding, but there's a bureaucrat inside of it.
Oh, Callie?
Callie, get out of my bag!
Right?
I mean, I would love something like that, but I think I'd love it more if it went to someone like Nirix, who absolutely detests bureaucracy.
Right.
I think
Hey,
that
let's
is.
get Nirix a bag.
I think. Well, Nirix has a bag, and Zoro has to roll for Nirix's bag. The next time we play.
Oh, yeah.
So
I got confused.
it's all good. Is there anything else anybody needs to check out?
Mine.
No, I think Reiju would be settled with just that for today.
Mhm.
Because
Long day.
long day.
Long day.
Shop.
All right. Well, you got your shopping done. well, partially done because there's still more of the town to explore if you wish. You identified your items, and as you begin to exit your rooms after resting up a little bit, looking at your items, having more of a grasp on as to where you are at now in the world. As you begin to descend down the stairs, that is where we are going to end for the day, as we are getting on 4 o'clock here.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in today as we continue our little adventure through, well, not really the wastes anymore. Complete opposite, apparently. But this is not the only show that we do. Upcoming tonight at 7:30 p.m. is going to be 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, mind you, is going to be the premiere of a special once a month show that we are doing using the Kids on Bikes system, a little bit modified, as it is going to be based around like Marvel Comics, X-Men, superhero stuff like that, with a show of would-be heroes that is premiering tonight at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. I am absolutely excited for it. I can't wait for that to kick off. I have way too many. I've been pawning over everything as to how this is going to go. Like just trying to figure out what the start is going to be, because that's going to be the big thing, is how am I starting this off? And then we'll be back on Monday for another episode of Destiny Forged, which is our longest running show here on Behold Roleplay, as we are in currently our 3rd campaign. No copyright Jukebox Heroes, it's fine. And then normally on every other Tuesday, we have Tales of the Outer Rim, which is a Star Wars campaign run by Tiltbot. Upcoming this Thursday is another episode of Mass Effect Horizons, which is a 5th edition mod that is Mass Effect, of course, as it is in the title. That is run by Zorro. On the alternating Thursday, we have a high seas adventure of Tricorn Isles, which is another game that I run. Then upcoming next Saturday is another episode of Wayward Wanderers, which is our Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse campaign run by Azarin. And then we'll be back here on the following Saturday for another episode of Withered Wastes. And I believe, is it this week? Not this week, but next week? Next week also, we have to get together and talk about it, as there is another episode of Behold Lore, which is a deep dive show that we do, Fox, Zorro, and myself, as we discuss the lore and the design and everything of our games, and give a little bit of knowledge into what makes the world so chaotic as it is.
I guess that falls on the 2nd, doesn't it?
Yeah, it falls on the 2nd, which is technically the first Saturday. So last Saturday of every month is Wayward is Would Be Heroes. First Saturday of the month is Behold Lore. So, back to back. But yeah, for now, we are going to go ahead, head on out. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, and we will see you all at 7:30 for the premiere of Would Be Heroes. Till then, have a good one.
See you guys later. I'm waving.